All right. What's up? How are y'all doing? It's Famous Friday. And it is a special edition.
Yes.
Special edition. As you know, the Illinois Department of Human Services in Illinois is just as terrible as any other services in the state of Illinois, especially when it comes to Illinois citizens, Chicago citizens. And today we're going to talk about it because people are getting fed up, people are getting tired, and I'm thankful for one of our members in our group, Nicole, and I mean, she has a story, so I'm gonna let her tell her story, but I'm gonna bring her to the stage. Bing, 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 bing. Wait, are you on the stage?
Do you want me to show the video first?
Oh, yeah,
I guess somehow it came back in.
do it.
Okay, you can. Okay.
Yeah, hold on. Where you at?
I don't know. I popped up a second ago. Oh, there we go.
All right, you ready?
All right, cool. I'll play it.
Hello, my name is Nicole Patrice, Nicole Adams, and I'm a current caseworker for the state of Illinois Department of Human Services. I'm speaking today as a protected whistleblower because what has gone on, and in some ways is still going on, in Illinois public aid isn't just messy, it's dangerous, it's dishonest, and baby, it might even be illegal. Let's start with the pandemic. During that time, I watched citizens, especially on the south side of Chicago, get their benefits held back, not because they weren't eligible, no, because the administration didn't want their performance numbers looking like the actual hot mess that they were. So people were left hungry, untreated, and ignored just so leadership could look good on paper. Then came the shelter scandal. Many bilingual Spanish staff, including myself, were pulled off our actual jobs, our actual caseloads, helping all residents and families of Chicago indiscriminately. And some were sent into inhumane migrant shelters for extended periods to process benefits. Not at all what they signed up for. Let me be clear. I have not ever once seen that kind of wraparound service offered to homeless U.S. citizens, and I was part of the shelter system as a single mother in Chicago myself. This was not given to our vets, not to our seniors, not to our struggling mothers, just the migrants. And then suddenly, it stopped. Right after I started speaking up and filing civil actions, and before Trump was thankfully elected and given a mandate by the American people to restore the rule of law and keep us safe. That's not coincidence, just cause and effect. And don't worry, they can play dumb now, but the receipts, they are still there in the records. Meanwhile, our regular clients, mostly Black and brown, were being told, drop off your paperwork and bounce. No interview, no service, just months of silence and struggle. This isn't service, sabotage, chaos, and economic violence. And the work conditions, don't even get me started. We're talking leaky roofs, ceilings about to cave in, mice running through our offices and jumping out of desk drawers like they paying rent. No working fridge at times, no microwave or drinkable water. And some days we were even told we couldn't leave the building. Why? Because they were actually shooting outside. Building was put on lockdown several times. And they still wanted us to process cases like nothing was wrong. It was rumored, but kept under wraps, that staff were even attacked by angry customers at the special units office. The one where they had the migrants aligned around the block daily, only to be turned away by a process meant to fail everyone. Now ask yourself, why are workers being put in danger to cover for complete political theater? Why are our most vulnerable being humiliated in public just to maintain a broken image? I've seen the unauthorized forms created with DHS logos that didn't follow the administrative code and the Illinois General Assembly statutes. I've seen desperate customers' home addresses changed without their consent or knowledge. preventing them from receiving their proper correspondences and subsequently benefits. And yes, based on what I've seen, we may have unknowingly been helping people to disappear. That's not just bad policy. That might be aiding and abetting human trafficking and harboring criminal illegal aliens. When I started to ask questions, they tried to come for me, but guess what? I'm still standing. And I was, and I still am, documenting everything. So now, as J.B. Pritzker and Brandon Johnson continue to defy federal law, I'm asking, no, I'm demanding President Donald Trump, Director Tom Homan, AG Pam Bondi, FBI Director Kash Patel. I need y'all to hear me loud and clear. Illinois needs oversight. These systems are not just broken, they've been hijacked. And to the U.S. Department of Justice, please get in here. This isn't just administrative negligence or incompetence. It's a pattern of abuse of power of citizens, of migrants, and of our own frontline staff. To my fellow coworkers, the ones who died during the pandemic due to the negligence and ignorance of the administration, and one of the only coworkers who was bold enough to speak up for me and stand with me, even through his own abuses, I thank you for your sacrifices. The union and the administration have been recklessly working against our interests to protect our rights and protect our clients and our community. I thank Zoe Leigh, Danielle Carter-Walters, and all of Chicago Flips Red, Jessica Jackson, Natasha Dunn, Carter Truss, and anyone else who found the courage and got active. I thank you. We spoke when others stayed quiet. We stood tall when others folded. So here is the message. We are not scared. We will not be silenced. And we are absolutely not about to be complicit. This is the fight, and we're in it. Thank you. Stay strong, Chicago and Illinois. We're going to flip the city and the state red and make America great again.
Boy, 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 boy.
Yes.
All right, that's what it is. Yeah, you know, I want to say thank you, Nicole, because honestly, like, that you did your big one.
That was I didn't share that video again. I need that video to go on my Facebook, but I need it where you can just, as soon as that video comes, you can push it and you start talking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because people like
gotta hear this.
Yeah, because it's so many people that work and see this, what's going on, but we're not in solidarity the way that we need to be in solidarity. Like we don't, and I think people are making it more complicated than what it is. It's like one thing that Mr. Gregory used to always say, if we would be more like the Jewish community and come together, they would not try us as much as they do. But they try us because we don't stand in solidarity. We don't have to be the best of friends. We don't have to hang in the same crew. But as a race, as American citizens, as a person who appreciates America and appreciates Illinois, appreciates Chicago, appreciates their culture, we have to stand together, or we're going to be hijacked, which is happening now. So I thank you, and hopefully others will come out and start talking about this, because the thing is, if more people come out, they can't keep saying, well, it's a coincidence, it's one off. Nah, I don't. Yeah, do you? Is it a coincidence? I don't think. No, we don't know each other. I don't know. Yeah, I met you all because y'all also have been like, yeah, none of this don't make no sense. You understand? Like it doesn't. So and to threaten, you have to walk on eggshells, and other people that work for the state and city got to walk on eggshells and put all this stuff underneath brush it up under the rug and stuff like that, because I just can't lose my job. And it's like, you ain't got nothing to lose at this point.
And not only that, if everybody, like 12 people see it, and you all come and everybody come together, you can't fire all 12. You can't retaliate on all 12.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You stronger in numbers. And that's the way we got to start looking at things. If everybody who see this injustice come together, you can't, what you gonna fire all 20 and all 20 put a lawsuit in? Come on.
And they're breaking the law. So it's not like they're breaking the laws. They're breaking local laws. They're breaking federal laws. They don't care nothing about no constitution. They don't care nothing about, like, they don't care. It's like we've gotten away with anything. We've learned how to pay off the lawyers. We've learned how to pay off the judges. We've learned how to pay off the prosecutors. We got the FBI working with us. We don't care. Illinois feels like they are super untouchable. They feel like no one can get justice here. It's just, well, that's just how Illinois is. That's just how Chicago is. And it's like, so when are y'all gonna to challenge that? Because it's more y'all than them.
Yeah, exactly.
And everybody can't be lying. We come from all three of us come from three different backgrounds.
Yeah.
But we all see the corruption in all different fields. I see the housing corruption. She sees it in business and in trying to get a business loan, trying to get it. And she's married to a public servant who gave 30 years of his life, of dedicating his life to the police system. And he can't get it. You've been through all of the system. You know how the system works, and they still railroading niggas. Like, what do you know? All of this is because for some pennies? No. All right. So, you want introduce who you are?
Yeah, my name is Nicole Patrice. I work for the state of Illinois, but I'm, speaking now as a private citizen, advocating for, my fellow workers and people in the community that are affected by, this waste, this fraud, this abuse. I'm a musician and writer, artist, but I got to take my time away from all of the things I love, including my family at times. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't. You can't sleep in Chicago. You can't sleep in Cook County. You can't sleep in Illinois. You got to keep fighting if you're going to leave a future for your children or, protect the elderly and protect the feeble people around you. You know what I'm saying? So it's, it's a full-time job. But thank you, Ramona. I saw Ramona in the chat. Thank you, Ramona, for the super chats and the comments there. But that's pretty much it. I'm just a regular girl who just want to do art and live her life. But now I gotta fight giants like y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we appreciate you. Yeah, you a real one. We the Super 8. You're a part of the Super 8. So appreciate you. I really do, Nicole.
Thank you. Same to y'all for sure.
Yes. Because Nicole, a lot of people don't have the courage. And I keep saying that God has set aside a remnant for such a time as this. And with fear, we don't have no fear in our hearts. And because we have to stand on what's right. And right now is the time. We got to seize this moment. And everybody needs to come out. All the injustice. Right now is the time. And we can't let this window of opportunity pass us. Right. So, yes, thank you, boo. You are amazing at everything you're doing.
No, thank you. Y'all definitely inspired and gave me courage. So it's contagious. Like, every time I look at y'all, I think, well, damn, if they could do it for sure, like, more us definitely need to step up and back them up because you can't let all these people step out on their own when you see all the injustice. And then like you said, the time is now. There's just so much. There's so much calling us, you know what I'm saying, to action. Like, I don't know what future y'all see right now, just sitting back and letting stuff happen like it's been happening. Cause it's a lot of weak, weird people running everything. And it's just got to stop.
Like, it ain't no moderation out here. Like, shit just weird. Wake up like, damn, what's next?
Right.
And we can stop it at any time.
We can.
The problem is we have the power to stop it at any time. Anytime it get too weird, anytime it get too crazy, we the people have the power to say, okay, enough is enough. Flip this, but let's go to the other reality show.
Yeah, what they got over here.
We have the power at any particular time to say, But they didn't dump us down and scared us and everything till we don't know. We don't understand.
Right.
Right. She said we could change the channel. We just stuck on the same
we really
dumb
can.
channel.
Like, what they're telling me now is like all they got for the Republican channel is that Trump is racist. And I mean, if this is the racist that I'll take this racist over Biden racist. I'll take this race. This racist just commuted Larry Hoover's sentence for 6 life sentences. He also pardoned Lil Wayne, Kodak Black, NBA Young Boy. I mean, it gets a little. I think it gets greater. We're only 200 days in, so I mean, I feel like I mean, he already sent the DOJ here to, when it comes to Raggedy Brandon Johnson.
He already trying to get the illegals out of our neighborhood.
Yeah,
he already trying to go after all the alphabet agencies that we used to.
He cut DEI, so we don't have to be lumped in. Now he's fighting for the 14th Amendment for us, but niggas don't get it. So I mean, this racism. I'll take Trump racism. I'll take this racism over Biden racism. Any day.
Look, Train Day Aragua and MS-13 had a chance at a better life. Now it's our turn.
Right.
They tried to give them a whole better life.
They ran to go see him. They spent our tax-paying dollar to go see them. But Larry Hoover, that's where it stops. It stops there. What prompted you to blow the whistle on the Illinois Department of Human Services?
Just like I was saying, I was just tired of it's like all these little battles and all this, them being retaliatory, against me, speaking up about things that I knew was wrong. Like we have policy, it's all based in federal law, it's black and white, it's public information. You can go look it up on the state of Illinois website. You can go look it up on the Illinois General Assembly. Like that stuff is the law, is the law, is the law. And I mean, and then you big on the Constitution, like, okay, 14th Amendment, like civil rights, like due process, all of that. Like y'all, and then I'm taking classes at UIC on like how, people are discriminating through systems and stuff like that and criminology, on a mass level. And I'm looking like, man, y'all in here doing some real mob type stuff. But, y'all look like me and y'all smile and good morning. And I'm supposed to just be like, okay, no, it's cool.
That's a black queen. That's a black king. That's it. You screwing the mess out of me, but hey, black king, don't say nothing. Don't talk down on the black king or the black queen.
Hey, these are criminals. These are legit. The GDs. These are who let the GDs in the door? Us voting for these niggas, not voting. Not coming out to vote. These motherfuckers, Brad unopposed again. What the fuck? This is keep running the poll. Get out. Start voting these niggas out.
Yep. And these unions, and they gangbanging, along with our money. It's like, imagine you giving your money. You not even like, a lot of workers come in, they sign up and they don't even understand like what just happened. Like you're getting money taken out of your check religiously. Okay. And then they give you this small window, that Janice, versus AFSCME decision, which basically gave you the right to rescind your union dues because like they can't make you, it's free speech, essentially. Your money given to them and they're violating your free speech by putting the money that you give out your check that you work for every week. They're taking that money and they're not really asking you or explaining to you, but they go take it and they spend it on stuff that they want to advocate behind. Well, maybe I don't want to back Brandon Johnson. Right. Maybe I don't want to back Joe Biden. Yeah. Maybe I don't like this law and this policy y'all down there, voting for. So that decision allows you to take your union dues back, but they make all these obstacles to get that back. And they, they'll send you off like, oh, well, you got to talk to this person. No, it's that person. Okay. Then you got to write a certified letter. And it's only between these days, that you can send a letter or otherwise you got to wait a whole nother year. It's crazy.
That's why I think what people have to do is, I remember my mom told me to write demand letters. Like write a demand letter and tell them like, you got 21 days to whatever. I want all my fees back for all the. Ever since you started getting weird, ever since y'all started, I want all my fees back from there, and I no longer want to. Right? And they ignore that. Then it's like, okay, well now I'm filing a lawsuit because I gave y'all 21 days to get this back to me, and nobody didn't respond. Right. And I think people need to start doing that because that also helps you with your lawsuit case because you gave them 21 days before you even filed the lawsuit, and you gave them the reasons why. I think more people, you said it too, we have to start jamming these courts up with lawsuits because they're not going to be able to pay off all the judges. They're not going to be able to pay off all the prosecutors. They're not going to be able to pay off all the lawyers because at the end of the day, I'm trying to break. The lawyer's about to go bankrupt because y'all are ambulance chasers. Y'all don't even care about the Constitution. Y'all are not. I don't know what type of bar y'all are taking because y'all aren't for the people. Y'all will literally take our case. We'll give you all the evidence. Then you don't show up anymore because you done took something from the city or from the state, and they have multiple funds, or they're promising you, well, look, you can put this away and we'll promise you more work this way. That's why we're in debt now. So that, just keep in mind, like, people need to start putting in a 21-day, they need to put a demand letter. And because a lot of people understand too, these policies, just like the union policies, just like HOA policies, just like condo association policies, they do not override the U.S. Constitution.
Right. All these made up write-in policies.
Yeah, none of them don't. Yeah. And if more people just let them know that and read back the law to them and explain how they're violating, and now you got Chat GPT and whatever else and all that stuff, and read that back to them, they're going to have to start, okay, all right, we'll give you your money back. Yeah, you are, because, bitch, I'll see you in federal court in 22 days.
Right. And just to add on to that, like, I like to slow it down with people, like, period. Like, I remember it was a situation where I was trying to get a refund at Rainbow for like a dress. And she was like, it's our policy. You can't return that, blah, blah, blah. It had the tags on there. I never worn it. It was like within 7 days. And she was like, it's our policy. You can't get this back to us. And I'm like, show me where in the policy it say I can't do that. So, like, just make it a habit of going, show me where it says what you just told me.
Right.
Yeah, show me. Yeah.
Yeah, John Johnson, the head of Johnson Publication, Ebony Jet. My mom said he was the first person to tell her that. Like, if it's not in the policy, that doesn't matter. None of that matters.
You just made that up.
Sometimes it's in the policy. If it's still violating my right, I'm still going to sue. Now, some things, if it's in their private policy and I see it's nothing really true, all right, cool. But if you're literally discriminating or going with, nigga, tip shop, nah, I'm gonna take it to court. I'm gonna take it to court.
Absolutely.
Let's see. I got so much. All right. Can you describe, or could you describe your role and responsibilities within DHS before you came for it?
Yeah, so I'm a caseworker. So basically, link cards. That's all everybody call it. Snap link card. She got that link. I don't have the link. I just take your information and I decide whether you can get it or not. They make sure the links is over there with somebody else, because somebody already messed that up.
So you inside, so you see.
Oh yeah, like I've been working with the state for over 10 years. And I've been at no, Jamie, I'm not.
Y'all gotta go talk to the migrants. They the ones y'all be like, look, could I buy some link for you? Because they the ones got all the link. They the plug.
And they just busted some lady with USDA. They talking about, like, I want to say like 30 million snap fraud or something like that. You saw that? Yeah. These people crazy.
So filing for link, did you see the difference that they had? Was it a difference between a migrant and a Illinois citizen, or everybody just?
So yeah, that was one of the issues I had brought up, was that they were doing the process completely against what was known to be policy. And I mean, I was just experiencing that in general just because I speak Spanish. And so I just noticed, like, some of the it goes either way. It can go to their advantage and it can go to their disadvantage. But it's like, that's what happens when you don't follow the policy. Then you're not then now you can't explain whether you're being fair or not, because like you should follow the policy. Now you don't have to worry about whether I did that person wrong or not. Just that kind of leaves less room for error. It's still gonna be error, but it leaves less room for error. So I feel like they were definitely panicking and trying to do things that I want to say like politically would look good, you know what I'm saying? And they may have gotten their instructions from above. So they may have been like on my level, ignorant of the whole fact, whatever instructions they was giving us. But at the end of the day, you still was doing wrong. So it's like, if you don't follow the protocols, like I said, all that's public law. Like, you know, everybody's supposed to get an application when they ask for one. Everybody's supposed to fill out their own application. I'm not supposed to be directing them through an application. Like, I'm not supposed to be making up information for them. I'm not supposed to be changing their address, you know, if they didn't ask for the address change and stuff like that. Like, so it's like, it was all types of stuff that is like, y'all, what are y'all doing? Like, so I feel like it was just a lot of political theater. And then, you know, our community already is in a lot of need. And we're, you know, I know that, you know, per capita, they tell you, know, it's like more white people on public aid, but like when you actually take it per capita and you look at like the percentage of us it is in the US, like, I mean, we only 13-14% of the population. If we using 30%, like 30% of us on public aid, like that's crazy. Or I think it's more than that. I don't even know what the percentage is, but something like that. It's like 30% of Black Americans on public aid versus whatever it is of every other demographic. So it's like, you know, we got to be real with ourselves and be accountable on that end. But like, some of that falls on, I believe, these public, you know, welfare systems. It's like we are doing a disservice because we're not focusing on like what really helps to rehabilitate families and keep families together. And, you know, so you get people where they start, you know, they fighting over who gonna get the link card and who gonna have a kid on the case and all this other silly stuff, when it's like, you know, the whole goal should be to be a family and like get your kids in a better position so they don't even have to need this stuff. But I do feel like they took away from the Black community, at least because of where my office is and the demographic of where, you know, I am. So it could have happened to, you know, whites if whites lived around there, you see what I'm saying? But and even like the Latinos that were already there, you know, documented or undocumented. So it's like once this influx came during Biden, you know, people panicked, and then everybody else kind of just got like the shit end of the stick, you know, to be frank. Yeah.
So basically, like you were saying, and then if they want you to do something that's not on the policies or against the law, and then what happens is you the one take the fall for it when it all come down to it. And you like, hold on, you told me to do that. Like, no, we didn't. We don't know what you're talking about. You should have followed the law. So
yeah, and then you're like, you gotta think about it, like I'm the face of everything they want me to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? They not them motherfuckers don't know who the head of this agency is or who my administrator is. You know, they see them walking through there like they the boss, but they're not gonna blame them for what I'm out here actually doing to their case or their household based on policy or not policy, whatever they done made up policy. So yeah, it's like I'm the face of whatever bullshit y'all got me pushing out here, and people be mad at us all the time for no real reason and some reason, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it get a little crazy, but you know, it's at the end of the day, like I'm the face of whatever I'm doing to these people based on what DHS and, you know, the state of Illinois wants me to do. And I mean, that goes for, you know, all these other agencies and, you know, Cook County workers, you know, whoever, like you the face of the company because you're customer face, like you're the one actually dealing with the customers.
Basically, like you were saying with your case and all in the house and everything, they got the face. They don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. Yeah. It's like
their machine. I mean, a car ends up dying after a while. No matter how many miles you put on that car, no matter how this car was your favorite car, but eventually it's over. You understand? So I feel like right now it's a change. Like everything is changing over to this millennium, to our millennium. You know, we're like I was telling people 2 years ago, like, damn, we the new adults. Like, do y'all see this? Do you see the politics right now? Ain't nobody gonna speak up for us. Like, we're literally paying bills, and these politicians think they kings and queens. Right. These politicians think they kings and queens, and not helping back, not bringing back nothing to the community. Literally giving the community away, and we're paying for it when we're funding it.
No, for real. We in medieval times. That's why it was so crazy that like Game of Thrones, all that stuff came out. It's like it's no different. Like literally, these people
Yeah,
think
we
they
just
kings and
got
queens.
iPhones and Jordans.
Right.
Right.
Did you, before you decided to say like F this, like did you try to like talk to your supervisor or go to OIG or any of these people, and did they ever respond back? Like I've reached out to Inspector General, the city Inspector General, probably about 345 times.
Oh, wow.
I've got all my emails to show too, so she can know. She can never deny. She knows exactly who I am, and I've seen her. And to her credit, Deborah Witzberg, she is at majority of these committee meetings, these financial meetings, these budget meetings. She is in there. So, and I've never seen no Inspector General do it. So I know she knows it's BS. It's just that when they do, I've noticed that when they do report it to the feds, nothing happens. So did you report? I know you're the state OIG. So have you reported to them or your supervisor?
I definitely went to everybody who I was told, like the first person, I was told to go to about it, or the person who told me to BS, I went to them like, hey, this some BS. And then they supervised them. They was like, okay, cool. And then I see they wasn't listening. I'm like, well, let me go to your supervisor. And then it went like she was on some BS. And then I went to your supervisor. So I definitely went up the chain. And then basically like now is where it is with, a state level investigation. So like, yeah, it's, I definitely and in the union, like, they're supposed to be like our representative, like kind of like a lawyer. So, I did as much communicating as I could with union reps, but, they tend to not really be trained, not really know policy, or at least they use that as an excuse to get out of actually representing your issues that they have to represent. It's like, the management can bring code of conduct up for me and policy and administrative policy up for me, but then when I see something in there that's like, well, wait, that's what they not supposed to do that either. Now y'all confused. Now y'all got excuses. Now I'm supposed to just get back to work and just worry about something else. Yeah, so it's a lot of that going on. They trying to clean it up now because I think they kind of shook with everything that's going on. Federally, somebody told me don't take no credit for me filing nothing, so I'm gonna say it wasn't me giving no video, but you sure was in my comments corroborating everything I said. You know what I'm saying? And now they walking around there.
It definitely was you. Just like I didn't move the needle. I know for sure. I moved the needle. Yeah.
It's cool. I'm like, it's cool, y'all. As long as y'all do the right thing, you ain't gotta give me no credit.
As long as they get here.
Okay.
As long as they get here and leave us the fuck alone. Yeah. So y'all can take it.
Yeah. Come on. Nick, so I got two-part questions, but one of these questions is, so do you think that, well, people mad because they talking about, y'all wanted Trump, y'all voted for Trump. So when you just said people, now you see the change and they're getting scared with the fraud and things. Now, do you believe that if Trump did not get in office, it would be even worse, like that? Can you?
Because we got to think about, like, Biden didn't really close the borders until, like, right before the election, right? Like,
September 2024. That's
and it was still open, but it was just the flow had still,
Right. They started following some of the laws, right? And then, like, even city level, like, a lot of those shelters, remember, they started closing the shelters up and trying to say, oh, it's all one shelter system. Everybody's
one system, one housing system initiative.
So it was very much giving the vibe like, the jig is up.
Right.
So, and then once, Trump got in office, for sure, people scared, like you can feel it. Like, so people, I know people that identify with these issues and they see the issues, but they so Trump deranged that they would rather just attack Trump because it takes too much work to confront your complicit your complicity in all of this that's been going on. The fact that you just been apathetic and just sitting around letting stuff happen. So now it's like, oh no, I'm glitching out. Let me talk about Trump. So yeah, I definitely see like it's the change in the environment and the atmosphere. If we would have had to deal with Biden or Kamala, whoever else they would have threw in there, it would have been a mess. Like, I don't understand where else we could have gone and how people don't see that. Like, you should be thankful that we got Trump in the office, because at the end of the day, these people, like, you see how they suppressing stories about the crime, that's being committed by these migrants, like, or, undocumented, illegal, whatever you want to call them. Like, literally, y'all act like they not killing people. Like, but everybody else get to get a mug shot up there. Everybody else get to, like, mainstream media didn't completely avoided that Ava Moore, the 18-year-old who was killed on the and that Venezuelan, migrant just ran away, tried to run away, but that kind of, like, the vibe is like, you don't want to follow the laws from the beginning. When do you start going, what, let me start respecting America? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was almost how when we was talking about when we were coming down, when you all were coming down, and then we started, it was like Brandon Johnson when them the whole minute they was arrogant, looking like down on us, like, shut up, ain't nothing gonna happen. It was that feeling in the air. But soon as Trump got in and he started doing things to show that he listening to the citizen in us, then you could see the shift change. The arrogance and because it was like, we're gonna take your money, we're gonna do to y'all, we're gonna still be corrupt, and what y'all gonna do about it?
Yeah, it was gonna be laughing. Like one thing, like, was Jessica said, was always laugh because she said, just imagine if he didn't get in office. Just imagine, they would have been ha ha ha. It wasn't funny. It wasn't funny when the next day, that landslide. It wasn't funny at all because you had everybody going off. But I will tell you, when the city and the state was like, Brighton Park.
Oh yeah,
Brighton Park. If that would have if those because it was so many Asians and Mexicans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was a few blacks, but not that many.
No,
it was and they were like, they already seen this. You understand? They seen the jig, know this ain't how it would go. This ain't the way it's supposed to do. Nah, y'all have lost y'all mind. So it was you got me and Miss Jessica and Mr. Blakemore and people down at City Hall going off. But then at night, they had people guarding the where they was going to put them tents in the toxin. So they had people taking shifts of who was going to guard it because they was not going to let nobody. Like, it was going to be they was going to fight. Yeah. Like, they was literally going to fight if Pritzker didn't pull that shit. And they could sit here and act like Pritzker was the hero. No. Pritzker was about to make money off of that. He knew it. They knew that was toxic soil. They knew what it was, but they didn't care because that was going to be, like I said, these concentration camps. I said, this is legit. They legit about to do a concentration camp in fucking Chicago, dead ass in the wintertime. Yeah, and trying to normalize it, this is normal, like we ain't in 2025, like you can't find no fucking apartment buildings. Y'all legit got all these empty ass. Our downtown look crazy. Our downtown empty as hell, and y'all can't sit here and the same money that y'all gave Garner World $1 million of our fucking money, and y'all couldn't go and make sure that they had housing and go find some contractors and all this stuff, the people who you promising now, Brandon Johnson, to go and go get 1-bedroom apartments or apartments for a family until you guys figure it out. Like, it was no compassion. It was about money.
Right. And then you want to get mad at people for pointing it out. It's like, no, I understand, like, oh yeah, it was last minute and we wasn't expecting, but you can't say that when Biden and Kamala clearly didn't have a plan, or the CBP1 app was inviting people. Like, who was there?
And he was.
If you
what was it name? Jesse Fuentes, like it or not, the buses are still coming.
Yeah.
Him talking about I ain't flinch.
And see, and that lets you know they wanted them. It was already a master plan, because if they did, they would have been like, no, the buses got to stop. We can't afford this. We can't. Yeah, that's how you know. It was all a part of their plan that they thought, like you keep saying, they thought it was gonna get that money, that they thought that money was gonna keep coming, it was gonna be able to keep stealing and laundering, but they didn't know that Biden was gonna sell them out and give you a one-time payment.
One time, that's what I'm saying. And I before I even like realized like this all was some BS, not really understanding. I remember saying that. I'm like, if I was the mayor, I would have never said, yeah, send the 152. Yeah, send that for these 20,000 illegals that just came over here. Yeah, because I mean, if you even break down that in your mind, 10,000, $152 million. This is supposed to last for what? How? How is it supposed to last?
Forever.
How? And y'all are still telling buses to come. Because y'all thought that Jim Crow Biden, the real racist, the one that y'all thinking that Trump is, was like no, get this 152, y'all figure it out. While he making deals with Ukraine, him and his son, for the 40,000 that came over here, you put them in Ukrainian village and made sure they had everything, and niggas was not understanding. The denial of Black America is the Black Democrats. I can't say Black America because a lot of us are awake. It's just that because everybody got to do stuff strategically now because, yeah, they are looking at everything. They are watching everything. They are something. But you can't sit here and say that when it came to election time, that we didn't speak volumes.
Yes.
We all spoke volumes. Everybody spoke volumes. The migrants who wasn't with that, like he got the Latinos and Asians and Blacks voted for him crazy. Voted for even the Indians, the Hindu Indians voted for Trump more than Trump because they knew because you're lying to everybody in their face about a woman who is nowhere near Black.
And is incompetent.
And incompetent.
Because we know who she was because we were complaining about the vice president before y'all thought she was going to run, before everything. The last 2 years, the fake news media had been talking about how she going down in history as the worst vice mayor. And then when she decided to run, y'all flipped it in real time and told us how great she was.
And she was a terrible attorney general in California. She's a terrible state's attorney in California. It was getting worse and worse and worse. She was literally a DEI. Yeah. She was a fine DEI Indian woman who cosplayed her Black self. She was dating that old ass OG Black mayor back then. She was because she decent. Kamala was decent. She had a little hairpiece. Then Montel was it Williams. She was Montel Williams, all that stuff, but she cosplayed that. It's just like the white boy who think he Black. He grew up in the hood. Oh, you want to give him to this cookout? But no, nigga, he's still white. That's still white boy Timmy.
But at least he grew up in the hood. She ain't even grow up in it. It was like, remember that quote where she was like, I have Black cousins. And it was like, oh, I meant like family. Like not my family, but like I was around them and they were like family. Like, girl, bad.
But the worst out of all of this was the fact that the Democrats, elites, the influencers, the media were mad at us for not believing that this lady was Black and she was going. And we're going to make her the first Black. I don't get you. You keep making people the first Black everything. The first this, the first that. These motherfuckers be the first to not do shit when you put them in office. So she was the first. She was about to literally the 14th Amendment. It was going to be done. Yeah. Because she was already putting everybody in the Freedmen Bureau. Yeah. She was just getting ready. That was just the last part. The last part if she didn't get in office.
Yeah, she already.
Okay. I mean, if she got in office.
Now, Nicole, now the second part of my question.
Oh, damn, sorry.
I heard, did I hear you say that they had you all going into the migrant shelters to sign them up?
Yeah, so they sent out emails. It was so crazy, like trying to appeal to us.
I told you I gotta post that video again. Nicole, that video is gold. So we're gonna have to keep reposting that because I know we did it on X and stuff, but we're gonna resurface that video. But did I hear that? Because I thought that's what I heard.
Yeah, so like they were appealing to us, you know, just like they was doing public appeals. Remember, like, you know, let them into your homes and all this stuff. You know, they got children and women, and it's like, okay, if you believe that and ignore all these military age men, that's on you. But
that's all. Okay, yeah, because that's all. Wait, really. Every time we go to these shelters and we show videos, that's all we see is men, military age men. We don't see no women. Okay.
right. So like they were appealing to us, trying to get our, you know, pull on our heartstrings. I declined to go into because I just knew it. I was feeling the setup. Like I was like, I do want a little extra overtime, but
Wow.
nah.
Hold on. They was paying y'all overtime to do that?
Yeah, because there was like some people working, I think it was like max 12-hour shifts or something. Like, so yeah, like they was going in the shelters. And if you can imagine, like, yeah, you just in there all day, you know, trying to get people medical cards and stuff. So a good chunk of people got, you know, medical, and I'm guessing, you know, the snapping the cash. Now, yeah, the people wasn't getting as much as people think they was getting. It's probably just because it was late and they was getting a lump at one time. So you would see a receipt and be like, dang, they got 20K on there. But they probably had like 3 kids and they was waiting like 6 months for the benefits, 8 months for the benefits. So it looked like
I ain't never had 20K.
Well, you ain't look, you gotta
and nobody ever came to my house and said they, you know, like, because I, you know, whenever I needed help back in the day, I had to go stand in the line, you know, with my 3-4 kids, and we had to. Nobody ever Ubered me nowhere or came to my house and said, "Hey, you know, you need help." Nobody ever did. And no, you know, and I didn't know caseworkers. No, they weren't even paying them overtime to come to our house. You know, so not even see us. You know, like you got a sick mom. So okay.
Yeah, so
they were saying that when people were going into getting the link, the Chicago citizens, they had one line for them and then they had one line for the migrants. Is that you?
Yeah, so that was my biggest issue, was like how y'all separating people based on anything. Like you came in here to get help. That's the line.
That's the same with the shelter. I watched the shelter situation. I watched a family call 311 and they had 2 different shelters. Shelter tickets, shelter numbers. They had a number for the Chicago citizen, and they had a number for the migrant citizen. And the migrant citizen, they would get called like this.
And they was in a nice hotel.
Nice hotel.
The other shelter was in the shelters that you didn't even want to be in, that the homeless people don't even want to go in.
Right.
But you don't care about it when they come to arrest. We're not separating the criminals based on arrest. We can't get them numbers.
I saw a shelter. I saw a one shelter kick a whole family out. Kicked the whole family out in the middle of the evening, and they had to call 311 again to sign back up. And they said it was going to take them about 24 to 48 hours for somebody to come and get them into a shelter.
And that's crazy.
Down there, like I said, that's how I knew all this is BS, because I'm down at City Hall. And I'm watching Brian Cicho Lopez and all of them talk about all this affordable housing and how they're getting these people, have these shelters, this shelter, that. But here come this dude, he can't get no help. And he got a family.
Yeah, so that's what okay, so Nicole, what you saying is, okay, so they were letting, giving you all overtime to go in these shelters too. And now we know a lot of them didn't speak English. They don't know what they're doing. So we were just saying that when we went down there to one place with the expungement and things, it was just like figure it out. There really wasn't no help.
Yeah. We went there last week.
Yeah.
It was.
Oh yeah.
Get your record expunged.
Get your record expunged, but it's really just to continue to get money. Like, oh well, we had all these nonprofits there. Yeah. We had all these people that are helping with that, when they literally could have went to Washington Ave, Daly Center, 50 Washington, and go get the same papers that they gave us, and basically telling us, this is how you do it. You do it like this. But okay, well, is how? Okay, so how do I get it expunged? Oh, right. So you're gonna have to figure out. You want to go down to the court for that, because they may not expunge it. What?
So what I'm here for, so basically what I'm saying is, so we had to figure it out, but I'm sure they didn't speak English. They didn't do that. So, like you said, you all couldn't change addresses. You all couldn't coach them into the information that they get it. So how, we know that they're not familiar with none of this. So how are they even, able to fill these applications out, know what to say and all this? But you don't have to, because if you.
But you're bilingual.
Yeah.
So did you only work with the Hispanic people? Did you see the difference between you were dealing with like a regular resident, like American Chicago citizen resident versus the migrant?
Yeah, definitely. Like our, Black folks and families, and then like I was like, okay, y'all don't care about the Black people, and I'm looking like, okay, well, what about this Mexican lady who's undocumented with like 3 kids who should have medical and SNAP? They was born here and they all qualify, and y'all don't care about their case either. Like it was just a mess. So like that new bunch, the new arrivals got precedent over everything, at like all the resources, all the attention, everything went to them. And it's like, but at the end of the day, the focus to me was in the wrong place, because like my thing is, where are the numbers about how many of them got TPS and got work permits? Like to me, that's the biggest failure of the whole thing.
What's TPS?
So temporary protected status, and that's what I know the Supreme Court ended up overturning for so many of them, because probably I haven't read through the Supreme Court litigation to see how they were arguing it, but I'm assuming it had a lot to do with the fact that like a lot of them people were not necessarily seeking the traditional definition of asylum. It was, I want a better life. I don't like the job I had back home. I ain't making enough money back home. My family want me to send back some funds from over here. You know what I'm saying? So that's not fearing your life. Like somebody said, how many of them people came over here and then went back from vacation during the holidays? That is not fear your life.
Yeah.
You just chilling somewhere else.
Because I know when they interviewed one illegal alien, and he was saying that his wife was a teacher over there, and they came over here because they were paying more money because bilingual. They needed bilingual and this and that, and they were paying more money, so that's why they came over here. So it was just like, so you were coming over here, not like you said, because you were fearing for your life. You were coming over here to take our jobs because you want more money and to take our jobs.
I mean, it's a scam, but they doing it so well with the help of our politicians. Like they're literally giving them everything. But when we go to these same politicians that we voted these people in, I didn't vote any of these motherfuckers in, but it doesn't matter. You guys, you still work for us. I'm still contributing to your salaries. I have influence. I can make as you see now, because y'all motherfuckers didn't take me seriously. Now it's time. Now election time about to roll over. Now y'all trying to figure it out now, because now Chicago Fist Red is a threat. But when I was coming to you asking you to help with the basic things that y'all should help with, y'all decided to focus that on the illegals.
Tyler says, thanks for the $5 super chat. Tyler says the city, Tyler says the city and state hires Spanish speaking only to help migrants. So they will primarily hire Latinos.
And I know you were saying something about that. Y'all were posting about that, like the new DEI is bilingual. Like, I've been trying to tell people to speak Spanish for years, and now you can see it as the reality, because now we're catering to them. Like a lot of people say, when I go out the country, everybody ain't out there trying to speak English. Now they do in a lot of countries, just because the American tourism dollar is valuable, but that's tourism, and we spend their money here and helping y'all economy, not coming over here asking for handouts. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that makes sense for y'all to learn English so you can sell me your goods on the beach and get your money or whatever.
Right.
But the inverse of coming over here asking for everything, and I gotta lose my job, I gotta lose my housing, I gotta lose my public aid, and I gotta lose my job because I don't speak no Spanish.
In America, where I was born.
Right. And they keep talking about, they coming to do the jobs that Black Americans don't want to do. Did you ask? Are they right? And then if all of the jobs I want to do now got to be bilingual, because now they don't got to learn no English. What the hell is that?
A lie. It was a lie.
Yeah, a lie.
It was the black jobs that Trump warned them about. They taking your black jobs.
But
oh
you
my
was
God,
mad.
he's racist. They taking
Right.
your black jobs and your black housing.
Right.
Right, but that unemployment rate look crazy though in the black community. So go ahead and keep talking about that.
Yeah, see,
Our communities look crazy. The unemployment rate look crazy. Our food, we have food deserts. We ain't got nothing but lots and red light cameras.
Right, speed camera, red light cameras. That's paying for
Red
all
light
the money that
cameras
y'all couldn't get
and
from
a
Joe
Baba.
Biden. Right, paying all the money y'all couldn't get from Joe Biden.
Yeah, and Indians who run the gas stations and stuff in our community, liquor stores.
And can't even use the bathroom there.
Yeah.
Can't even use the bathroom at the gas station. Even
You seen that video where the guy was in the line at like I think it was like a Walmart or something, and they showed, and the guy that made the video said this, so I can't verify, but the person said, "Look at and you can see the cart full to the brim with gallons of milk," and it was like some Indians or something. He was like, "They own the 7-Eleven, and they about to take this right over there and sell it at their store and mark it up." And I've had people tell me that they seen people doing that too. Same thing in Illinois. You know what I'm saying? They own aid. They acting like they don't got a store, and they go take that money, the WIC, whatever, and get a cheap free whatever, and go sell it and mark it up for your ass.
That's right.
In your food desert, because you go into the gas station, you go into the 7-Eleven. You can't get to the Walmart. All the damn Walmart's closed because of the looting and shit.
Right. So everybody making money, all countries coming over making money in our community or in our America but us. That's how dumb we are. Yep. This is how dumb we are. Look, taking our stuff and marking it up for us, and if we going to them and buying it.
And it's Trump's fault because it's Trump.
Right. Even though he's tracking down all of the fraud, waste, and abuse.
Like we gotta do a skit when it's just everything Trump fault.
Yeah. We gotta do it.
Like motherfucker just got fired from their job for stealing. That's Trump, man. Trump did that shit, man. If it wasn't for like, it's just always
you trip on the sidewalk. Let me Trump. Yeah, we gotta, because that's where it is. Period.
It says, I don't know. I don't know if you would like to tutor, but somebody's looking for a Spanish tutor for their 2 toddlers because you do speak.
Oh yeah,
and you black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you like black, like Negro. I met your mama.
Oh yeah,
she told me drink beet juice every day. So you want to stay alive? Drink beet juice. That's definitely somebody black mama.
Right. Yeah.
Have you experienced retaliation and things? What do you say? The East Indians own spelling bees too. Right. Okay. Have you retaliation? Because now that you're speaking out, have you witnessed any retaliation or whatever you're at? I'm asking if you can't say that because I know it is tied up in in court and things like that. So whatever you are comfortable enough to say if you're not, then just be like, Danny, I'm not. We ain't gonna talk about that because it's not what I can talk about. So would you? Is that something far as?
Yeah, are you being retaliated against?
Yeah, I feel like it definitely softened up recently because, like I said, the change is in the air, so people know, either from whatever I filed or the environment politically right now, federally. But yeah, people were definitely retaliating, and that is the basis of why I am in a situation with them, with the litigation and stuff like that, because intimidation, retaliation, trying to silence you, just trying to make you feel like you don't belong there, because they don't want you being a troublemaker, But it slowed down.
Oh, once you did what you use your constitutional right. And filed your lawsuit, and they see that you're not playing.
Exactly. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Once they see you not playing with them and your rights, then it's like they're gonna have to back up off you. That's why it's crazy.
A president who going after that frauds and that abuse that they already hit, that he know that they're doing. So Rick, can you Ebony ask?
It says Arab told me That too, like they for that. Okay, they have the women apply for SNAP and they stock their stores with the goods they purchase with SNAP. Yeah,
Yeah.
with our
Yeah.
but my mother, if she's 76 years old, they give her $94 in SNAP, and if she asks for $1 more, they threaten to take her Social Security.
Now, Nicole, have you noticed that since you spoke up and you're talking now, do you think that more people who you that work there are that emboldened them to maybe come out and speak up as well?
I do feel like the whole atmosphere has shifted in a way that allows for more openness to just have a difference of opinion or speak up, about certain issues. I won't completely say everything is changed because it's so many subtleties that to the BS. But I do feel like people feel like they can talk a little bit more freely, and I mean that's a step in the right direction. As far as like real hardcore, like transformational stuff, that is yet to be seen, but I'm gonna be patient and hope for the best, because that's all I wanted to do was just kind of like wake it up, like y'all don't have to be scared, like they've done what they feel like they could do to you, and guess what, if they keep doing it, you writing it down and you taking it to somebody higher.
Yeah, I mean that is knowing that your common sense, your privilege. It's our privilege. Like there's no way in the world that you can't be pro yourself. Like I'm pro myself. Like I care about people, but I'm pro myself. Like I'm not gonna I'm not suicidal. I'm not suicidal at all. I don't have low self-esteem. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I know about myself. And I know also that y'all ain't about to play me or anybody else that also knows their who they are. Like that's the type of people I want to be around. Those are the type of people that I feel safe around. Those are the type of energy that I want around, because at the end of the day, we are on borrowed time.
Amen.
We are on borrowed time. Like why I'm not here to have my footsteps. I'm creaking over here. I'm going over here. We got to be careful. What? I didn't grow up and I didn't get off that boat. I never made it. Oh yeah, I barely get on boats now. So I don't know.
But Tila said the Indians and Arabs being all these buying up all the milk on 66 in college.
Damn.
That's crazy. I believe it though. They definitely know how to finesse the system, and like we'll try to do it, but we don't be knowing enough to do it, or like we'll get caught up, or people snitch on people. You know what I'm saying? Like black people don't have the code.
We hate each other. We are our biggest haters.
Like
we are our biggest haters. Like they can sit and talk about anybody, like how they hate Trump. That's how they hate us. They hate us just it's equivalent. You hate me just like you hate Trump, like because Trump knows his worth.
Correctional officer for lockdown.
He asked you if you had any dealings with the D9 clique, AKAs Delta Zetas.
Yeah, I'm not with none of that. Like I didn't go to college and do none of that sorority stuff. So I mean, they be clicked up though, so like they come in there like gang up in the jobs for real. So you already know the vibes.
yeah, the government is one big D9 cult scam.
You keep
everybody, like they all work amongst each other. It's like I said, it's a code. They go to certain schools, and some of these schools are like the HBCUs that like the Howards, the FAMUs, all that they're getting. I always say the White House is laundering HBCU money in these different these certain HBCUs like Howard and stuff like that. So they take an oath to whatever they have there that is the same oath that these Democrats take for the government and not the people. That's why we're in this. That's why we're in the way that that's why we're fucked up the way that we are, because it's a clique. It's like one of my good friends used to say it all the time, Tina, and now I get it. Cliques in politics. It's literally cliques in politics, and if you're not a part of the clique in the politics, then you're standing outside and you're just not going to ever get in. And that's crazy because I'm about to burn this shit up.
Like it's almost like we in high school how
Yeah.
the mean girls and the cute kids, and you can't get right there. So it's almost get an idea like that, guys. Please like and share, you all. We really have to push this. You have to share this so everybody can see what's happening and to see how we are being discriminated against, because this is what it is. Discrimination. It's not equal opportunity. We all got lawsuits.
They violating our equal process, our equal protection, equal protection, and our due process, and our First Amendment. You understand? Like, I mean, they want to silence you. I mean, even there's a whole nother story, but even on social media. Like, we all have a lawsuit. There's anybody that's shadow man that's not getting what we need to go, YouTube included, all them, but they're all ran by foreigners. Or like the Indians, they run YouTube, all that stuff. So if you hit or say certain stuff, they don't want it to get out there, and that is a lawsuit. You're violating my First Amendment
in America.
In America. So it's these are all lawsuits. It's just that people are lazy because they're like, well, I want to get a lawyer. Nah, you really can. You don't even have. So many people are intimidated with telling their truth. Like, you don't need to be a lawyer to go tell your truth when you've been violated. Matter of fact, you're saving a lot of money because you got to pay a lawyer 33%. If you do it yourself, you don't have to pay anybody, and you can ask for your feedback. Usually, to file a lawsuit, like in the federal court, is like $424 or whatever. So you can ask whatever you're asking for plus my filing fee.
We pay that on some hair, y'all. Come on.
Yeah.
We pay that on hair.
Yeah.
We can do that. We can do a lawsuit, and we're actually well, Nicole, let me let you finish because I want to talk about. We actually will be filing one. Remember about the Nicole, as you know, about the lawsuit far as the 14th Amendment and how we are being violated. Before I get into that, I just wanted you to finish. I don't want to get off into another subject. Now, would you make sure you finish telling your story?
I don't know. I was just gonna add on to what y'all was saying too about like it's gatekeeping for real. Like, and people don't understand. Like, it's a lot of the people, like you said, like the lawyers, the HBCUs, the Divine Nine, all that. Like, the whole environment is we at the table, and we only want the people at the table. If we let too many people at the table, now we ain't at the table no more. But then y'all wanted to let all these people in our neighborhood, and we supposed to share everything in our neighborhood with all these people that we haven't vetted, we don't know, y'all not giving them work permits, you only put them in certain neighborhoods. And like y'all pointed out, it's like affluent neighborhoods. Like Woodlawn is up and coming, Hyde Park is up and coming, or been that, but like the University of Chicago is making a lot of moves to get regular, black hardworking people up out of there. And it's like, I don't know how y'all not seeing it. Like, this is you or your grandparents, but it's a lot of hate and culture. It's like a lot of like, I'm in this clique, and as long as I'm good and my kid's good, then F y'all. And, it make me look better because, I'm looking down. That is like one of the most toxic parts of public aid is like, you work there and you can sense it's just this like, I'm on the other side of the desk, and so now I can give and I can take. And that's the whole thing with that democratic mindset. Is like, here go your crumbs, throw them out. Like you said, the peasants and the queens, I'm gonna throw my little crumbs out. Look at all them people scatter for them crumbs. And then it's like, that it's a little ego boost. They get off on that. And that culture is like in everything. It's in the Democratic Party, it's in public aid, and all of this stuff is tied together. Like, one of the main reasons that black folks can't let go of the Democratic Party, one of the main reasons that people was lashing out at me for even speaking up about it is like, well, what we gonna do if we don't have welfare? Or what we gonna do if Trump get rid of all of these benefits that people get? And it's like, can you imagine a world where you don't need that? Can you try to at least imagine a world where people get it when they need it, but then they're always getting to something better. Like it's sad when I'm talking to people and they're like, I'm about to hand down my Section 8 voucher to my kids. Like that, you shouldn't want to hand down no Section 8 voucher to your kids. They got a homeowners program where, like, I went through that. Like, I got my house through that. Like, I was on Section 8. I was homeless. Like, that's why I'm like, you can have this conversation with other people, and it could be all these hypotheticals. This my goddamn life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went through this. So it's like Section 8. And I took that and I got a home because you can do a down payment program, but they don't educate you on that. And then, like, even when I was going through it, like, the ladies was giving me pushback. Like, it was hard to work with my work schedule to get down there to do the classes, to do the home ownership stuff. Like, it's so much that y'all could have done to make it easier so that so many of these people would
not illegal.
Exactly.
Like they brought y'all into the legal shelter.
Exactly.
Straight. Right. It could, and I say this, it's like he was saying, to piggyback off that, it's like how, and then when we come and say no more, and we're not allowing this, and we're not allowing this in our community, how dare you peasants have enough nerve to speak up for yourself? Peasants, you know who y'all are, low class.
Yeah, like,
how dare you?
Like, you hear people say stuff like, we don't know how to talk, we don't know how to speak. They go, what?
Right.
I don't need a degree to know that you're fucking me.
And
my thing is, I didn't, this was not, like, clearly this is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to just get my money, you understand, and help who I can help, and do what I can do and create jobs. Y'all made me get in this. So now I gotta go and research and look up shit in the thesaurus and encyclopedia that never in my life I would have given a fuck about. Now I gotta look up different words, assimilate, and all types of shit, because y'all stealing taxpaying dollars and don't wanna settle cases when y'all clearly violated y'all laws. These y'all laws. Y'all made these laws.
And they for you, not for them.
Yeah.
I say people would rather listen to a well-polished, educated lie than the raw, uncomfortable truth. That's it. So lie to me and make me feel good, make it sound good, opposed to just letting me know what it is. Like Trump said, they eating y'all cats and dogs. I don't know the people, and then when you go to when before he said that, we knew that because all the YouTubers were talking to the residents, and they all were kept saying that they cats and dogs. They had a bunch of cats in the neighborhood. They all gone, and the cats, and then it come to find out you had the Haitians that said, who came over and said, he said, yeah, that's what we do, and we did do that. I mean, they ain't lying. So it's like they rather hear, oh my God, how could you say that? No, it's the truth. If they listen to what the people are saying.
But the Democrats can say exactly what he says, and they will believe it. It don't matter who it is, it don't matter what Democrat it is. Like, it could be like Biden is a complete fucking white supremacist. Yes, he is a white supremacist. Joe Biden is a white supremacist. I don't give a fuck about his prostate cancer. Fuck you and your prostate cancer, you piece of shit. So, but my thing is, but he didn't pardon not one person that the crime bill that he used on. Same with Clinton. Not one time. None of y'all. You didn't pardon a solid. Like, y'all didn't do anything for us. Nothing for us. But you have these people these black faces, like Mr. Blakemore said, these black faces in these high places that's statues. Like, they're just statues. They can't do nothing for you if they wanted to do something. If they wanted to do something, they can't do something because they're a slave to this political machine.
And then mad at you and threaten you and want to kill you because you say no. I'm not saying I'm not going.
I'm not going.
Now the same people that want to threaten and fight and kill you.
Yeah, the peacemakers. The peacemakers. I'm at peace with my decision of these niggas going to prison. I'm at peace. I'm at peace with how they made my mother uncomfortable, how they made me uncomfortable, how they changed my lifestyle around. I'm okay with changing their lifestyle to prison, to jail, all that. That's what I'm waiting for.
How they made Chicagoans, how they made the citizens, black, white, Hispanic, everybody. How y'all did? No, we ain't playing with y'all.
Yeah.
And then, just to say this, Nicole, I just remember, like you were saying, when back in the day when public aid, when we were all on, well, but I'm gonna say my cousin and everything. I remember when they made it where you couldn't be on public aid like that. You had to now start working to, if you wasn't doing nothing, you had to come to the public aid office and do it for some hours, not getting paid, but just working for that check, right? And what that did was, and my cousin in specific, that made people who were just on that, living on that, wasn't doing nothing with their life, that made them say, no, I ain't just gonna go to the public aid office and work for this little check. And what happened was she even went to school and became a nurse. Now she's a registered nurse doing amazing. But had she never was forced to do something with her life, or forced to say, no, you can't just be on this all your life, it made her reach her full potential. So what it was doing was keeping her right here. You can't go up. It was just like, no, you peasant, you're going to stay poor, peasant. But it made her, and I believe, I can't remember, it was a Republic who got, I think it was Bush, maybe, but they, and that's what she had to do. She had to start, and she became a nurse now and doing great. So it made a lot of people get off that and do something and stop being lazy, and they doing great now. So yes.
Well, everybody is here now, Ramu. So now, that's another thing that we have too. Since you've been saying this since 2005, now it's 2024. What are you going to do now? Are you going to keep dumbing up? Everybody ain't. Matter of fact, you got to understand the media. In 2005, I was 18. In 2005, I was 18. I was thinking about sex, getting out my mama's house so I can go do what I need to do, because I thought I was grown. Nobody was thinking about politics. Nobody's not thinking about that. You got media, you got CNN, you got Barbara Walters and all the favorite people, the 60 Minutes, giving only one side of stuff. So nobody wasn't paying attention until you got to be out here adulting yourself. And I was adulting, but I never had to depend on the government. I never had to go to the government and be like, I know they're gonna settle this case. It's violating the Constitution. They got hella money. For them to be like, nah, that's what we do. We steal properties. We steal properties. We steal your land. We steal everything. That's why y'all don't got nothing. That's why y'all don't have anything in your communities. You think you think I'm gonna pay yours out? No. I'm sorry. But we can give your mom a Section 8 voucher. We'll give her a Section 8 voucher and tell her where she can stay at. What? Nah, y'all gonna settle this case because we don't want the Section 8 voucher. We never did. I never had a Section 8. I've never been on Section 8 ever in my life. My mother's never been on Section 8. But y'all wait until she's 70 to give her a Section 8 because y'all don't want to settle her case that y'all knocked down. Y'all did it. Y'all broke y'all laws, the laws that y'all put together.
Yeah, we need to learn a lot more about real estate and definitely just the law of real estate, because that real estate is like all the money, and that land is very valuable. Like, and we not understand that as freedmen, like we are tied to this land. Like, I feel like that's the biggest missing piece for a lot of people that so-called are woke and not like depending on the government. It's still not clicking that like you can't hate America without hating yourself, because your ancestors are literally died, sweat, tears, all of that on this land. Like, where else you can't go back to know. You could trace back to what the 23andMe might say you got some Nigerian blood, whatever, Ivory Coast. But at the end of the day, are you really about to go back there? Can you really claim any land there? Can you find you an ancestor there that's gonna embrace you and take care of you? No. So you need to take care of what you know, and it's right here, and it's your kids and your family right here. Like, I can't hate America because everybody I know and love died and fought and bled here.
This all I got. This is my home.
We have no embassy. We got like I said in 2023 when I turned 2024, when I realized like this shit, like we are fucked. Like with the whole Brighton Park with them tents and all that stuff. I remember saying, I'm like, let the white people fight with the climate. Let the migrants fight with the illegal migrants, and let the black people demand our fucking resources from this government. Like it's not an argument. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not asking. Y'all owe us from the Civil War. Y'all owe us from the Civil War. Like, I need my punitive damages from the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. You guys now are and if you don't want to talk about that, you don't want to talk about we're too late for that. Okay, well let's talk about the migrant package. I want the migrant package off the 14th Amendment. That's what I want. I want which I just gave them. I need that right there. That shit. I got mine repaired. I got my repair. That's all I need. I want everything y'all gave them. I want I want my business. I want my business funded. I want unlimited food stamps. I want unlimited cash assistance. I want big TVs from Walmart and Target. I want me to
Uber
be
services.
Uber services. I want
healthcare.
I want to be able to play my music loud as hell and with no issue. I want to be able to go
immunity from the police.
I want everything that y'all gave them plus an apology.
Right. And y'all gotta come try and get me out of jail if they put me in there. Come demand my release.
And you gotta pay for my lawyers. If I do get, you gotta pay for my.
I got a question. When people say Trump is a racist, how is Trump a racist? How is Trump different from AOC? How is Trump different from Joe Biden? Because I don't see nothing that y'all keep saying that he's racist.
And if he is, so the fuck what? Like,
explain to me how Trump is racist. Because what I'm gonna start doing is the next person that says, because I'm gonna be very biased on this motherfucker. The next black person that say Trump is a racist, I'm blocking you. That's it. Because y'all not gonna keep that shit over here when y'all do not bring up Jim Crow Joe Biden. We all have a lawsuit with the last administration. What the fuck he did. So I'm tired of that. The next fucking person that say Trump is a racist, I'm blocking you. You'll never be able to speak to me again.
Because they had no argument.
Yeah.
And not only that.
Go ahead. You better not say the central fact.
I don't want to hear none of that.
You better not say the central fact. You better not say, see, he wasn't rent to in 1955. You better not say it. So seriously,
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. He didn't let people back in the day. He didn't let people rent out. I wouldn't let y'all rent it out either.
Now, y'all,
I wouldn't.
The Democrat Party ain't.
I got luxury condos, luxury apartments. I come from Trump. That's my last name. My daddy. I don't care. Now, if I want to be a slumlord, then I'm gonna give me some projects and I'll do all that stuff. But if you think that I'm gonna let you rent out my shit of Section 8, it's not gonna happen.
The black people ain't even letting y'all stay in y'all own community.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. We more racist again. Look at the Boondocks. That's all that was. That was black people racist against each other 101.
Brandon Johnson won't even let y'all stay in your own communities. But but Trump is a racist. Brandon Johnson is selling our community out to Venezuela.
Selling it out. Giving it to the next. Walter Burnett, the nigga gave all of Cabrini Green to Peter Halston. Mm-hmm. Like, what part of that don't y'all understand?
Jasmine, let me talk about this because I brought this up. Jasmine Jamie said Trump was the only one that allowed blacks on his golf courses and the only one giving blacks contractors a chance. Also, Trump is the only one when they didn't allow, I think it was Palm Springs, Florida, when they didn't allow blacks and Jews to be on golf courses. He was the only one who got attorneys and fought for them to be able to come on those golf courses. I believe it was in Palm Springs, like 1979, around that time. So please, y'all, stop it.
Yeah, so take that weird, because y'all got that weird mentality. Y'all listen to other people, especially there's a lot of these black women who are let me tell you something. These liberal women,
yes,
and on both sides, black, all y'all, these bitches are the most vindictive motherfuckers. These are the ones who cry rape.
Yeah,
these are the ones that cry rape. These are the ones that will get caught up, and if they get caught up, they will lie so much. They will, because they're mentally they will lie and say they got raped just because they know they fucked up. These are dangerous. The Democratic bitches are dangerous. I don't want no parts of them, and any nigga that want a part of them, and I'm talking about nigga, all of y'all. Anybody got a part of a Democrat woman, there's something wrong with you.
For real. That's why I'm like, look, y'all out here just name calling, but look at the policy. Look at what's actually happening. It's just that, like you said, it's the same concept as women. You dating a guy, you mad at him, now he hate all women, or he mad at you and now he hate all women. No, maybe it's just you. Maybe it was just that situation. Maybe he was having a bad day. I don't know. But y'all gotta have some healing. Like, it's heal.
And said to hell with black people. Biden gave the AIDS and anti. Yeah, and they lied. They was getting attacked by us. How? All y'all do is take care of our feet and infect them. Y'all got every black person in their family got a black fucking toe because y'all fucking keep going to these motherfucking Asians with these nasty ass. They don't know how to fucking put the shit in there to make sure it's clean. The fuck?
And he gave them
because they was losing money from the pandemic because they was in blue cities.
Yeah.
The Asian places in Atlanta was doing very well, and in Georgia, and in Florida, and Texas, but New York City, that all of a sudden they was getting hit upside their head. Nah, y'all was losing money.
Yeah. But see, this is how everybody. But the problem is, everybody can come over to our country, a foreigner, and get crime bills, can come and get laws put in place for them, can get everything. Foreigners can come over here, and the very bill or the amendments that's for us,
we have no legislation.
We won't take advantage.
We have no fucking legislation. They can't get shit passed.
Yeah.
They just got we got the Emmett Till bill for lynching. Motherfucker, who the fuck getting lynched these days? Y'all not even catching the niggas who do get lynched.
And
we got like 4 or 5. No, real talk though.
Yeah,
we got 4 or 5 black men who were lynched in these southern states, because you want to go southern states, and they have yet to get prosecuted.
And y'all didn't know
the Emmett Till. Nobody don't want to hear that shit.
In the lynching, y'all didn't know they lumped the LGBTQ in that lynching bill.
Yeah.
So now it's they never give you nothing. They always lump in everything.
Yeah.
In it. If they're being prosecuted or they're being something happened to them, it's called lynching. That's what they.
We can't get the fact that we can't get no legislation passed. The Laquan McDonald Act. The Laquan McDonald Act would have stopped this nigga. We could have been recalled this bitch ass nigga.
Yes.
We could have been recalled Brandon Johnson if the Laquan McDonald Act would have went in, but no, it stopped. Madigan made sure it act like it was gonna go in, and then he stopped it. Next thing you did, like we don't have shit. The George Floyd bill, regardless of how people feel about the George thing, that never passed. We never. Breonna Taylor, she ain't gonna get. She didn't do anything. The fucking we don't got no Trayvon Martin bill. What did Trayvon Martin? You can call us Skittles. We can't get shit. We can't get anything. We get no legislation, and y'all keep blaming the Trump and Republicans.
And that was all Democrats.
They don't care. They don't want to give us no legislation. I watched for the past 2 years all the meaningless resolutions every black alderman did bring down there. Y'all brought meaningless resolutions when it came to the AKAs, when it came to the first this, the first black, the first this, the first that. But y'all can't, But we ain't got shit when it comes to legislation with them taking our properties.
Mm-hmm. We love symbolism.
We love symbolism.
And throw a black face.
And a black face,
tokenism, we love all of that.
And meanwhile, we getting pushed to the back of the queue every time they lump somebody up in our rights. We getting pushed to the back of the line.
Yeah, and we okay with that. See, the picture was full of LGBT stuff, and sure it was. That
but who helped the LGBTQ? Obama. And my thing is,
the lynching bill did. They did do something.
The Emmett Till lynching bill is passed.
It's passed, it's passed.
The Emmett Till lynching, that's the only thing we got, because people love to bring that up. They love like when you say, well, what has Democrats done? Oh, the Emmett Till lynching bill.
And that's who they lumped the LG, because they had to get an LGBTQ some more stuff. See, they can't give black freedmen. They can't give us just something for
But
us.
the reason why is because we do not demand it.
Yeah,
they would, if the 14th Amendment would have been Jews, if them 13, 14, 15 Amendment, they would have been holding holiday, like they would have been holding a ceremony every year for the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. Like how they don't want you to forget about the Holocaust. They don't. You can't play with their history.
And
you can't play with the Jew history.
The gatekeeping would have been crazy. Like, no, y'all not in this. No. Did your ancestors? No.
Oh yeah, you couldn't lump no illegals in with and that was the 13th and 14th and 15th. You better not think about. And you think Jasmine Crockett and them would have been trying to lump the illegals in with the?
They can't talk about the when they signed their contract to sell their soul for this check. They have a clause that you cannot bring up 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment as it pertains to freedmen. You can't bring anything up as bring the descendants of enslaved. Don't bring any of those things up, because if they really wanted to bring, especially her being an attorney, you know, right here is the argument on why where is our money? Where is our economic resources? Where is our repair? Okay, our equal protection and our due process when it comes to the crime bill, when it comes to mass incarceration, when it came to this COVID, when it came to this migrant crisis that came over, and you can look at the studies from Ronald Reagan, Jimmy Carter, Bush, and Clinton administration, where they said that if we continue to let illegal immigrants come over here and come to our communities, it's going to affect us long term. So all of this is from each of these commissions are from Carter, president, that's Democrat, Reagan, Bush, Reagan's a Republican, Bush a Republican, and Clinton a Democrat. So two Democrats and two Republicans. Rockefeller did one. Stanford University did one. Barbara Jordan did one. With Dr. Claude on the side, but even with Dr. Claude, Dick Gregory brought it up. Marcus Garvey brought it up. So it's written in stone, and from everybody. So where is the argument at? Cory Booker, Hakeem Jeffries, Jasmine Crockett. Where are your arguments, y'all? This is a perfect argument.
Why Roland Martin ain't talking about the 14th and 15th?
Because he's a Haitian, he's a Caribbean.
But he's telling y'all about how he's telling y'all history and telling you in America, freedmen in America, what's going on with y'all, how oppressed y'all are and stuff.
And when people say that we can't get reparations, who's paying for it? The same people who paid for the $400 billion in migrant crisis that came over here. The same people who enabled when it came to the monopoly with AT&T for the first time when we only had AT&T. That was our tax dollar that we enabled that, because that was only the people who the same people who just paid Ashley Babbitt family. The federal government for shooting her, for exercising her First Amendment right. The same people that did that, and Trump didn't have a problem paying that. You know why? Because the federal government owed Ashley Babbitt there. They shot her in her fucking face, exercising her First Amendment right, knowing that they stole that election from him. So if we all stand up, freedmen, and go to DC. Like I've been trying to tell people July 3rd, and let people know that, hey, we're filing our First Amendment, we're filing our 14th Amendment violation right, Trump, because the Supreme Court needs to give the Birthright Citizenship Act. That's one thing, so this never can happen again. And B, because we are not violating with our due process, equal protection, and we've been getting violated in due process and equal protection since you guys gave us the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. Who gonna argue with that?
And Trump is fighting right now, saying that the 14th Amendment does not go for illegals. It goes for
racist Trump.
It's not for illegal. It's for the descendants of enslaved. So he's telling, look, And now in the Supreme Court, and he told the Supreme Court, and he wrote a tweet, listen, do what's right, Supreme Court. It's not for illegal aliens, the 14th Amendment. Do what's right. Go look at the original intent. So that's what I'm saying. We have to step and say, hold on now. I don't care how I feel about Trump. Y'all not about to give these people our amendment, our 14th Amendment. Now, whatever, y'all not about to do that. We gonna rise up for that.
Like, do you know if we share this, if we do not fight this, and like I said, maybe when people think like it's a physical fight, because it's really not. It's really not even a fight. It's really just y'all got me fucked. Y'all got us fucked up. Like, nah, y'all ain't gonna. I'm not sharing this with them. Like, we already had to deal with this. Them being in our communities. We already saw how much taxpaying dollars you give us. We already gotta cater to them when it comes to the language barrier. Like. Now I got to share the 14th Amendment with it? Nah, it ain't. So I'm trying to tell you, Trump, we asking Trump, what do we got a right to talk to the Supreme Court? Because we ain't for it. And my thing is, the next thing is, if we don't get it, then hey, we got to go independent, because this don't make no sense. It don't make any sense. And my thing is, you got a man that's in the president, the most powerful person, that's who's riding with us. Mm-hmm. He's riding with, he basically, even the executive order from the sovereignty and everything, he's literally trying to make us get our own identity. It's basically like teaching a child how to walk. Yeah. I got only 4 years. Okay. I'm trying to give you everything you guys need to do so you can walk on your own and do not have to keep depending on the government and these fucked up, crooked ass politicians, because I seen what they've done to me. Like like this white guy Tim told me the other day. They basically did mortgage fraud on when it come to him, when it come to President Trump. Like they tried to take everything he had that he built. You can't win with real estate here when it comes to the government. They literally have it where you paying for your own land that belongs to you. And you can't pass it down. And if you try to pass it down, they're taking it regardless.
Snatching it up. Give me that.
Right, and then all of it's going up talking about better schools, CTU, and all of them. Like, nah.
All right, I'm about to block him.
Yeah,
he's a weirdo. Yep, there you go. Now,
Benita White here said this. Hey, Benita. She said this is absolutely no reason to share anything with illegals. That's it.
All right.
Yeah, because that's definitely not in the sanctuary city policy. I love how they just really read into that we supposed to give all our money and all our resources to people, because that's not what it said.
Right. The Democratic Party is straight manipulating all laws in the Constitution to favor their narrative for everybody but American citizens, because that's where the money is right now.
The foreign over there. That's why they gave all our money to foreign countries. And when Elon told y'all got mad at Doge, when he told y'all how much money they was sending over to all these foreign places, but y'all didn't get mad at y'all didn't get mad at Biden and them and the Democrats. Y'all got mad at him for recovering and telling you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how dumb that's how literally dumb we are. Not as a whole. That's how we condition.
But we have enough people from all walks of life, all cultures, all races, that see the BS and they understand the BS. And they're willing to change. I mean, they're willing to do everything that needs to be done. It's just that when it comes to Freedmen unity, it's not going. All of us ain't gonna make it because we are indoctrinated to hate each other. Like it's one of them. Get yours as long as you get your. Like it just trickles down. I've got and everybody ain't gonna break that cycle. Ain't gonna break that curse, because you just got people who are just selfish. That mentality, they just selfish people. And it's gonna get worse for them because they don't. That's hate. That's supremacy. That's supremacy. That's literally supremacy.
And I feel like a lot of it is this survivalism, like just being in survival mode. Like, so, you got to heal that at some point, or it's going to keep, like you said, it's going to be a curse. It's going to be passed down in your lineage. But like, we out here like fighting like rats, over that one little small piece of cheese. And it's like, y'all got to take some accountability too. Like, we got to teach our kids more about business, about real estate. Like somebody just said, like all of these people in politics are lawyers in real estate.
Yeah, Carrie Steele. She's and I use Carrie Steele. And the reason why I'm gonna use Carrie Steele is because I know people are watching. Because Carrie Steele is a realtor, she's a realtor. But she's also the president of the water reclamation. She's the head commissioner over there for the water reclamation. And there is a project that's happening in Harvey, Illinois, on Myrtle Avenue, and it's conspiring with a piece of crap mayor, Christopher Clark. Mm-hmm. And she says that it's not eminent domain. She says that what they're doing is not eminent domain. However, it is eminent domain in the way of, if you do not take what we're offering you, which is nothing compared to the history and everything we got, we just need that land because we got developers and stuff that we promised, then we may, basically, y'all are going to take this. If you're not going to take this, then we may file a lawsuit. What do you mean we may file a lawsuit? If it's eminent domain,
Right.
If it's eminent domain, the judge, all you got to do is go to the judge and explain. What are you doing eminent domain over there for a pond? You're doing eminent domain is usually for the railroad, the railway, stuff like that. What are you doing a pond for? A pond over there for? So that right there, and when I say that is because she say it's not eminent domain. So if it's not eminent domain, then what are you doing, Gary Steele? And then when it came to going over there to talk to him, you said that you would. You gave it. I'm going to talk to him. But then but then when it started talking about the real numbers and the real money, you had your chief of staff, who was the one who are your handlers. These white chief of staffs are their handlers and tell them how to move and do stuff. But all of why are you even in that? Why you have your real estate license? Why are you even discussing that stuff over there?
Because
that's a conflict of interest.
Because you know what, and there's something is, y'all, and it was sad because today I was just riding. I used to live in Harvey, and I was just riding through there today, and it looked just like, and I'm looking at every Democrat ran city. They all look the same. It was just so depressing. It was just like all boarded up houses, all boarded up businesses, all boarded up everything. When you just ride through there, and I used to live out there, and it's like it's looking like a Gary, Indiana. And I'm just going through I'm looking at I'm just riding through there, and it was just like, this is what we allow these people that we put in office to do to a city. And when you go, I'm just riding through that, and it was just sad because when I rode through Chicago and I video it and just look up and down our communities, all abandoned buildings, all trash and stuff and abandoned, and it's just like we had the power to just stop this. And we just keep letting this happen. And it's just like, what? We just gonna keep allowing this, letting these people get in office because they are blackface and they're Democrat, and just to destroy our city and our communities while they're getting rich. This man from Harvey and Brandon Johnson, they're going in and he getting set up for his pension when he leaves, his millions of dollars. I mean, we just allow these people and then talk down to us, dictate to us and tell us to shut up. You better not clap. We allow, and we like slaves. Okay, please, sir, could we please? It's like at some point, y'all, are we just this help? We hate ourselves. Are we just this dumb? I don't understand.
It's one of them things like you hurt yourself. You know how people have like, as I always say, like, I don't have no ego. And the reason why I say I don't have no ego is because I will sit and talk with somebody. You understand? I will. However, you're not going to play me. And there's just certain motherfuckers that you just would never speak to. Like, I will never talk to Brandon Johnson. Not off my ego. It's off of his ego. Nigga, you thought that I was a goofy. So now that I had to build a whole organization to fight this corruption and shit, now everybody, we all got to stick together. Who got to stick? Who's sticking together? Who's sticking? No, because if the Hindu Indian would have got in, it would have.
Talking about sticking together.
Yeah, y'all wouldn't have gave two fucks.
You would have been arrogant.
Arrogant. See, y'all ain't doing that because it's a game. Like Dick Gregory said, this was a game, and we won the game. We won the game. Now you don't know what to do. Now it's let's all come together. Let's do a kumbaya moment. We black people got to stick together. Who? I don't have to stick with them ops. Those are ops. Why would I want to stick with y'all? Y'all do not. Y'all don't. Y'all to this day have not figured out how to drop off my mama a bag of money. So why would I stand with you? Why would I stand with you?
Why would I stand with you when you're destroying Chicago?
Yeah, you chose everybody but the black Chicagoans. You chose everybody but the Chicagoans, the white Chicagoans. Every Chicagoan that cares about the city of Chicago, you have straight spit in their fucking face for some illegals and your pastor friends and tricking on the wrong dumb bitches that you put in all this administration, the DEIs. You the reason why DEI is destroyed. I don't ever want to see a DEI ever again because of people like you. And that's what the city of Chicago Democrats, black people are in these positions. They are all DEI pieces of shit that do not have any type of skills, no social skills, no working skills. No, they're just straight thieves with degrees and know certain people or slept with certain people to get to where they are. And if everybody else does not do that, then you're blacklisted. No, I'm not fucking blacklisted. Matter of fact, y'all going to motherfucking prison. How about that?
Right.
Yeah, it's that plantation. They want to be overseers on the plantation. They don't want us to see nothing better, know nothing better. It's sad. It's real fucked up. But like you said, they don't know nothing. Some do nothing, know nothing thieves. And you got to remember too, Brandon, like you said, he a Haitian foster child, preacher's kid. And then I heard he from Evanston, and then he got this vendetta with his I know something happened with his brother. Oh, wow. And I know something happened with his brother.
Listen, Vice Lords, I don't know. We're not trying to figure y'all. They said that. We don't. So we don't. They saying that out there, but we're not trying to figure y'all because we know that y'all don't put this goofy with us. So we don't. They just saying that. Okay.
All right. I would think that y'all would not even associate yourself with the clown. Now that's a clown. But y'all may have a clown section for Vice Lords, and he may be the ringleader of the clowns because he's a fucking clown. But I would not I would never claim him. I would never claim him.
He said it's out there. It's out there in the atmosphere.
Just like the babies.
Yeah, we gotta stop judging books by their cover and look and read the damn book. At least read the introduction and shit.
The summary, right?
Right.
But the crazy thing is, what's so great about what's going on now is the exposing of the Democratic playbook. The exposing that you guys were so confident with all the lies that y'all have been telling over the years and how much money that y'all have spent when it came to media and y'all narrative and stuff like that y'all don't know how to apologize. They have yet nobody from the federal level, state level to the local level has on the Democratic side, Democratic committee, Democratic Party committee, all that have not apologized for what they did to their voting base. Their most popular voting base, from the elders, and I'm talking about elders from all nationality, to black people. You literally used us for so long. and counted us out. Y'all just knew that this was the last part. This is the last. Oh yeah, we can't let this is it. Okay, we're done with the black people. We put the crack in there. We put the fentanyl in there. We got put the guns in there. But now everybody has a record. Everybody has a record, so they can't get a job. We did everything. We're good now. The ones who dodged it, we'll take care of them later on when they. But we're good.
Like COVID.
We get COVID. We did it. So we're good now.
Now we brought the legals in. That's to finish them off.
Let's finish them off. And people was like, nah. But it took Chicago.
Yeah.
It took Chicago. It took Illinois. So regardless of the real ones who are still, because it's only like about 9 of us that are out here, when I say in an organization like the Chicago Fist Red, that really are going to see it through the finish line. Mm-hmm. It started with a whole bunch of people that you thought that was for this and for flipping it red and stuff, but it wasn't after this man got in office. Yeah. Once he got in office, it wasn't funny no more. Once niggas went to the inauguration, once niggas got invited to the White House, once Danni went and testified in front of Capitol Hill, then it wasn't funny no more. You understand? Then it was, they can't come in here. They can't come in here with this West shit. They can't do this. They getting their ass threatening with getting killed. And I mean, we got so many threats for not going to court on Monday. We will be there Monday. I will be there on Monday. But y'all are trying to threaten us because we see the bullshit, but y'all will use this narrative like y'all want to change, but y'all don't want to change. Y'all just continue to use this narrative to keep getting this little money, a little bit of money to sell your little community out because you have a drug problem or you alcoholic. Because that's just basically what it is. Because y'all aren't getting nothing else.
Y'all not getting big.
Y'all not like. I'm looking at even with these contracts, right? You got a lying piece of crap. That's a preacher kid that been lying. They've been lying to us since he started getting on TV about y'all thinking that he's going to give you these contracts that he's never going to give you, but y'all are taking these contracts for $5 million, $10 million. When again, I'm watching these white developers getting these contracts for $100 million, getting these contracts for $200 million, $50 million, $60 million. You guys are selling out for $5 million, $10 million contracts that y'all never going to get. Just like David Moore never's going to get his field house.
Right. Bill said that. Bill said he been selling his vote for a field house. You ain't gonna never get it.
Yeah, never going to get it. So all I know is that the change is coming. And ain't nobody going. And the kids get it. Yeah. The kids get it. Like, y'all, people can sit here and act like that's all I got hope for. I got hope for the kids. The kids know it's some BS. They just don't have anybody to really confirm and help them and connect. Yeah. Because the people who they want them to worship, these entertainers, stupid. Yeah. They know it's some BS. Like Cardi B knew them grocery prices didn't make no sense. And they tried to drag her. And she's like, well, if I'm a millionaire and I see the shit, y'all mad at me because I'm bringing it up? And then she's like, you know what? I ain't saying nothing no more.
Like Ice Cube.
You understand what I'm saying?
Like Ice Cube said, okay, y'all, I'm trying to meet with Trump. Trump is the only person. Y'all mad at me because I brought this plan for Black America to both of them, Biden, Kamala, and Trump. And y'all mad at me because the Trump was the man who said, come on, let me see it. But y'all not mad at Biden and them for saying no.
Right.
But y'all mad at me. And so I go present it. And this man said, okay, we can do something. He said, when I get elected, I'm putting some billions of dollars behind this. We can try to make this happen. And y'all mad at me because I tried to help you Negroes because I don't need it. But you know what? Since y'all mad at me for meeting with Trump, because he was the only one who did want to meet with me and negotiate for Black America, I'm going to let y'all Negroes, Daddy, go to y'all self. I'm going to go back to my $1 million mansion, live my life, and shut up and let you all deal with it. And you haven't heard from that man since like first that again. Yeah. That's how dumb we are.
That's why Harriet. That's why Harriet had that gun. No, I said that's why Harriet had that gun. You know, you think you're going back to the plantation?
Right. Like everybody can talk. And when it comes up to Mark and stuff, like I said, I have more respect for Mark than really any of these other activists because I have my own relationship with Mark. However,
wait, because read that.
It's Mark Carter has stated that he knows the importance that he and Johnson must work together. At the end of the day, that if he wants to meet with him, he has every right to meet with him. Anybody else has every right to meet with Brandon Johnson. However, me, I'm never meeting with Brandon Johnson. I'm never sitting down with Brandon. Brandon Johnson would have to get on TV, and he would have to apologize. He would have to apologize. He would have to apologize to he would have to apologize to me. And it's never going to happen. He would have to apologize to my mother. He would have to apologize to my godfather. He would have to apologize to anybody that's with me. He would have to apologize for all of that, and that will never happen. But what he's doing that I do not appreciate is that he is working through some of these people, trying to scare us and trying to bully us into trying to sit down with him or trying to not press charges on Paul McKinley and stuff. Yeah, wrong, bitch. That's never. I'm not playing like. I'm not scared of none of y'all niggas. That's number one. Number two is I got into the field because y'all wasn't about to play with my fucking mother. That's number one. My fight is much. I love my mom. I love my mother with everything in me. I love my godfather and I love my people. However, y'all are not gonna. I'm not selling out my community for some crumbs. That doesn't make any sense. And right now, the ball is in our court. The ball is in our court to make Chicago much different. Chicago is our part. The ball's in our court to make Chicago great again. Okay, like from using all cultures. There's no reason why we are in the debt that we are when we have all of these different cultures in Chicago. We shouldn't be in the debt that we are in when we have the best summertime ever. It's undebatable. Chicago got the best summertime. So why are we in all this debt? Because y'all stealing.
I just feel like Brandon Johnson. I can never. Period. Anytime you destroying what we could like grew up, hometown, my city, all that. Never. Only way. Never meet with you. Never talk to you. Once you get up out of office, go on to jail. Before you go to jail. Now that's the only. And I'm gonna say the only thing when I will talk to you and say, see ya. That's the only thing you're going to see ya. That's it. Never. And like we said, I don't care who meeting with him. Seriously.
Right.
You can meet with him, do what you want to do. Leave us alone.
Right.
Leave us alone. Don't talk about us. Don't put our name in your mouth. Leave us alone. If you want to go meet with him and get everything he got to offer y'all and y'all want to campaign with him, go do it.
Yeah.
Go do it.
I'm not going to stop talking about him. I'm not going to stop going down there.
Right.
I'm going to give everybody the information that our people need. I want to make sure that our children never inspire to be that bitch ass nigga. So that's what I'm on. So yeah, I don't have nothing. I don't anybody, y'all can go down there. But when it comes to me and Mark, yeah, I have my separate relationship with Mark. That's the only person I respect out of them because Mark is him. Mark is who he is. And I'm not gonna argue with Mark about who he is. However, Mark also ain't going around here talking crazy about me either. You understand? So I don't care about that. He can do whatever he want to do. People meet with people all the time. I'm not meeting with him. I'm not meeting with any of his administration because I asked for 2 years. I asked for 2 years. Hey, can you please meet with my mom? Can you please meet with my godfather? Ignore. I'm showing y'all everything. You bringing stupid people to me, Maurice Robinson, all that. Oh, the reason why they knock it down was building violations. Bet it can have 3,000 building violations, my man. Where the court order? Huh? Yeah, where the court order? You know, you gotta have a court order because the building violations you talk about, these was in '96 and shit. This shit's been taken care of. Y'all, this is how y'all been stealing our properties. Y'all stealing our properties by telling our elders and stuff that the reason why y'all taking our shit is police powers because of building violations without going to court. You not going to court, getting these proper court orders for it to be demolished.
Yeah, talk about that due process.
Yeah.
Talk about that all the legals you won't talk. Y'all crashing out. Talk about they ain't getting due process when they got due process. But the people, the citizens, legal citizens, skip their due process.
Y'all literally running an eminent domain scheme in the buildings department. And y'all been doing it for a long time in our communities because y'all got people like Marlene Hopkins and these raggedy ass black aldermen that are selling out or getting kickbacks for these building violation buildings that y'all are knocking down so they can get the money for the TIF money or for them to do whatever they want, whatever deal they spoke about. And because you got people like myself and others that ain't going, it's a problem now. Now it's not a problem. Y'all are going to prison because y'all let me find the loophole. The loophole was, y'all running an eminent domain scheme in the building violation. In the building department in the name of building violations. And like Greg Mitchell said, we could use the police powers to knock the building down. No, you cannot.
We're giving. It's over for this. It's over for the Democrats. It's over for what they doing. They have did to Chicago. We're taking the city and giving it back to the community, giving it back to the citizens of Chicago who pay taxes, the rightful owners of Chicago. We're going to take Chicago back from the crooks, all these little people.
Yeah, the narcissists.
The demons. And we're giving Chicago back to the people. We the people who work, who taxes paid into this to make Chicago beautiful. Everything they should be able to enjoy Chicago and the benefits of their labor and their money. We're giving it back to the citizens of Chicago, white, black, Hispanic, whoever.
They like the aldermen should not be in control of no TIF money. The pastors should not be in control of no TIF money. No politician should be in control of no TIF money.
It shouldn't.
The TIF money, if the TIFs need to be broken down in each community, and whoever is on that block or on that or whatever board or whatever, that's when they need to do that, and they need to vote on what do they want over there. Single family homes? Do they want restaurants? Do they want grocery stores? There's no way in the world. We don't need another condo building. We don't need another apartment house. No, y'all should have never displaced 65,000 CHA residents from the projects and shit. Y'all could. Those were built very sturdy. Those are good. Those were back when people weren't lazy. Okay, they built those very well. You could have rehabbed each one of those apartments like y'all lied and said that y'all were gonna do.
And made them, like y'all making condos and all. So we don't need any other affordable homes like we don't project affordable homes for low income. No, we need people to get to work. For Americans to have jobs, we need to bring everything back to like the business league. We need to get our businesses back. Get people. Y'all
need to work, and y'all business owners need to start paying people. Black restaurants, you cannot keep getting a restaurant and not paying your chef. You gonna have to pay your chef. Like if you for the first year, if you're not making no money, you cannot make no money because it's in the food. You have to hire a fucking chef, a chef that knows what they're doing. Y'all are not doing that, and then when you lose the person, then you go get you some Hispanics who don't know how to fucking cook the way that we need to cook because y'all not training them either because you're giving them anything.
Yeah, you don't want to pay them, and then that falls back on us not understanding our value, living off survival mode, and not knowing how to negotiate. We all out here like we be taking business too personal, like everything's fucking business. And as Black people, we don't know how to set the boundaries up front, set your price up front. Don't shortchange yourself. We could come up so many different ways if we would just simply learn how to speak up and advocate for ourselves. It's sad we don't know the reading, we don't know the math. These kids now, they not learning nothing in school, and it's just getting worse and worse. So it's just gonna be a new generation of people getting taken advantage of. But if we start really just going, hey, everything's business, leave your feelings out of it. Like, I love you, bro. I want to see your restaurant succeed, but I can't cook for you for a whole year watching you take all this money at the door and I'm not getting it. Watching all this money at the bar and I'm not getting it. That's crazy. But they want to flex. Yeah.
You always say like they be
I don't understand, because this is your partner. This is a person that believes in with your craft, and you have to believe in his cooking because you're asking this person to cook, right? And then you go in there and say, I could give you about 30, 40. Nah, nigga, if you don't give me $100,000, nigga, I'm in here every day, gotta cook. And I gotta make it food, because the more customers that keep coming, the more money that you can keep getting, and then you can keep paying me this $100,000. $100,000 ain't shit.
If you making millions, or or you go
in there and cook.
Right. You know, they be cooking the books though. That's what they cooking, the books.
And nobody
So I think when we get this administration out, get the Democratic Party, period, they're never getting back in power. And it's about talking to the community, talking to the people. See, I don't care what you do. If you don't talk to the people know what they need more than the government know what they need. Because you live it every day. So the people can get some great ideas.
Yeah, like they're doing studies on people that you can just go into their neighborhood and their community to be like, what do you need? Like, you're giving me studies from like, well, we hired this person to come in and study niggers, and they said that they need this thing and this thing. Who was this? Oh yeah, she has her PhD in niggerism. Oh, this white lady right here. This white lady right here got her PhD in niggerism, and we're giving her $200,000 of our taxpaying dollars when y'all could have just went to Francis. I can get a whole bunch of niggas in Francis and have Marlon Mitchell come in there, a black person who has a grandfather, a great place, and we can bring all the niggas in there and y'all can talk to them about what we need.
It just like you gotta go. It's about community, talking to
the liberals got us like we slobbering, like we retarded, like we don't know how, like we can't make decisions for ourselves. Like Black America is one big special ed. I'm not special ed.
I don't need you to tell me. White America don't need you to tell us.
Yeah.
When I was over there at Brighton Park, right, protesting with them, y'all, it was amazing because you seen. Oh, it was amazing to see, because you can't get, this is how brainwashed we are. At Brighton Park, they came together because they didn't want this, they didn't want illegal aliens in that tent in their community, because like they said, their schools are being overcrowded, it's their communities, they are not, it's junk, they just disrespectful to their community. They came out. When I say they came out, it's on my Facebook page. They came out. Now you had all these people that's not from here came out to protest because of the fact they understood how detriment that was going to be to their community. And I talked to them, and they were saying, people came up to me, was like, I'm not even legal here, but I came over here and I'm doing everything right, and I'm trying to go through the process. I'll be dog if I'm gonna let somebody else come in who didn't do it the right way and come in here and tear up my community. I'm not gonna let it. And it was amazing to see, because it was Hispanics, it was Chinese, it was all type of ethnic groups coming together because they all live in the community and saying, no, we're not going to have this. We're not allowing this, because this is going to hurt. This is hurting our business and hurting our community. And it was just like, wow, to see that. and you saw going like it was like thousands out. And then you go to the Black community and you see what's going on. You can't get one person to come and say, we're not having this.
But I will say though, the South Shore. And absent Munson Park. So it's not hard for us to do it. And when we do it, we shut it down quick. Because at the end of the day, it's like they've been waiting. We've been waiting for you niggas to finally say something. They cannot. There's nothing that they can say to us, especially now the DEI is done. This is the best thing that can happen because now we all separate. So now Freedmen can stand up and be like, nah, equal protection, that's ours, and y'all have yet to protect us. We getting the shit into the stick when it comes to anything and everything.
Right.
And now the same people who will sit and talk about how detrimental the Republican Party is because white men are the devils, according to if they're Republicans or conservative or down south. These people are telling you, no, we must vote blue. We must vote blue while they are raping you.
Yeah.
We are the guardians of that 14th Amendment. If we don't stand up for it, everybody else,
the guardians for that 14th Amendment.
Everybody else gonna say, you know what? Well, I guess it's cool then. Let's do it.
Yes. Trope homes.
Yeah, Lathrop homes. Yeah. And I talked about that. I gotta keep talking about that. But yeah, even with that,
what did it say? What
Lathrop homes. That's in Steve. What's his name? Scott Wegenspec. Ward, and he the trope. But they finally gave the money for that. They lied. That was one of the people that they lied and got them people all out of there. Except it's like 5 people that didn't move. Like if nobody would have moved from Cabrini Green, if nobody would have moved from the Ickeys, if nobody would have moved from Robert Taylor or Lathrop Homes, there was no way they would have been able to get them people out.
Yeah,
right.
They lied to them. Yeah, so the few that did stay, like they're still the ones in Cabrini Green. It's still like 7 or 8 over there. It's the same thing when I was telling you with Carrie Steele, telling them people, you guys can move. You know, it's not eminent domain, but we may file. She didn't say this, but the letter says we may file a lawsuit on there. But we got her on camera when I went down there because I just knew that Carrie Steele would not be on this bullshit that David Moore and people's on. So I was like, y'all trying to displace elders in Harvey. I don't even know how did water reclamation even get in this. Like how was water reclamation down here on Erie Street have to have anything to do? But that's the first thing that I was thinking about. But then I just thought my rapport with her, because she doesn't see me fight so far with this situation with the eminent domain, and I'm dealing with this unlawful how they manipulate it. Y'all doing the same shit in Harvey?
Yeah.
And you're saying on the video that it's not eminent domain. These people were happy to get this pond. How are they happy to get a pond and you displacing them? You move, they gotta move. They gotta go see the pond. They never gonna see the pond. What are you talking about?
They have to get a pond. They gotta go. They gotta leave their home for 60 years, and they ain't gonna see the pond. That's the crazy part.
It's crazy, but you know what's crazier? That they lie in our face.
And that they
lie in our face, and we got it on camera. And you saying this, but you're saying this because you gotta show face, right? You gotta make it like, well, no, because you got these stakeholders that are in these committee meetings too, that looking at it as business. They're not looking at it as you're taking somebody's home. They're looking at it as this is a great investment. It's a great business investment. They're 97. He's 90 years old. Who cares? That's what they're looking at. They study first. They study us. They study to see how long they've been there, what's on there. Do they have a second mortgage? Do they have all that? They look at all that, and then they start. Because who out there too? Who's in Harvey too? The University of Chicago. Anywhere the University of Chicago go, it's a wrap.
And that's so low life to be intimidating seniors like that. The manipulation and intimidation is crazy. And I blame too, like some of them people got kids. Like where your kids at? Because I
That's
see
what
that
I'm saying. Like, dude, I
too.
know they know your mom, but I know they know that they parents some shit. That's why they can't come out. They know this because you gotta understand they're living. They're giving them this life, this elitist life that my mama gave me too. You understand? But also my mama was not on no bullshit. These motherfuckers have created this life that they are for. Oh, they made this, they did this, all these strides, like they really are Black history. They really are for us, and whole time fucking us over. And they got their kids in the Whitney, what's it called? Whitney Young, and they got these in these elite colleges and stuff like that, not knowing that their parents done sold off the whole fucking community.
Right.
Yeah, your mama ain't shit, your daddy ain't shit, your grandparents ain't shit either if they allowing this shit to happen. And so, and that's it. So yeah, they parent, I think they think they kids know, but what can they fucking
say? Yeah. I'm talking about too, like the parents, the grandparents and stuff, they got these properties getting taken. It's like, some of them got kids. Like I noticed like some of these customers that I be having with public aid, and it'd be like a senior and they getting got somehow. You like the money not adding up, what's going on? And then you get the daughter or the son calling you trying to get in it. But it's like, where you been this whole time? Like how you just left, you got to go check on your parents, man. Like you don't know what these people out here trying to take advantage. It's plenty of people taking advantage.
Well, they got to learn the law too. You know what I'm saying? Like they try to tell, like if I didn't know what I know, and my mother didn't teach me, about the policies and about laws and wanting to research. And like I said, I'm a person like I win about 95% of my arguments. You understand? Because I'm not going to jump into something that I have no idea. If I don't know, I'm not going to put my foot on it. I've learned when talking to other children of parents that are going through the same thing, they don't know. You understand? They don't get it, or they're scared. You understand? I don't work for nobody. So I don't work for anybody. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna lose my job. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry. So a lot of people they're willing, they want to say something, they want to do something, but they rely on their jobs. Yeah. They rely on, so it's that we fuck either way. So the only thing that we can do is we have our vote. And we need to start registering to vote. We need to start talking to our children about registering to vote too. And we need to show up in droves to get these people out of office. And you also got to get a family member or somebody that you trust. Y'all need to put everything together and make this person an alderman. Make this person a little treasurer. Put this person in politics some type of way, as a trustee, as something. Make sure they get into government. But when I say government, an elected official position, because that's the problem too. You guys, we can complain, but if we do not start running for office, then
these foreigners
gonna take it all. They're gonna take the city.
Like they've been doing. These foreigners gonna get in, and they gonna put them in, and like we're dealing with right now.
Yeah.
And these alderman seats and this mayor seats, and they gonna come in, and then they're going to push their agenda, and it's gonna be America last, and whoever they agenda and whoever funded them, that's who's gonna get the top priority. And we see right now that it's foreigners with the Democratic Party. It's America last, Americans last, and foreigners first. We see it with that, where they spent their money at, where they spent our money, and who they brought in, who they're protecting. So
you know how much money that these people have been laundering when it comes to this, the senator seat, the governor's seat, the mayor's seat, all this illegal immigration money, all this infrastructure, all this epidemiology money.
The Bears trying to keep the Bears here.
Yeah, you know how much money they're going to these Democrats are going to pump into this next election.
Oh God, y'all.
Because they need it. Like
And they scared.
They scared.
They know
that the people are listening. That's why I said like the money is good, and we know that we need money to run, but the people is listening, and the people know it's some BS, and they saw a person be down there for 2 years watching everything. I went to every meeting down there. I know what important meetings it is. That's why I try to tell people, you have to go to city council, cool, but you gotta go to these committee meetings. Y'all gotta go to that finance meeting. Y'all gotta go to that community meeting for TIF. Y'all gotta go to the community department of planning and development and just watch how they just pass this TIF money to just pass this TIF money out in our communities and never to us, never to our developers, never into, or if it is, it's the same ones like Tory Barrett, a piece of shit. That's part of the
that's gonna keep the circulation going of the money laundering, because it's just the same people. We watched that when we went to the meeting. It was just like, wow. Yep. It was just like, to see that, you just looking like, this is our money. And you seeing why we getting screwed so bad. You just like, wow. Yep. It's disgusting. It's disgusting, and at the same time.
And voting on stuff, and they don't even have a quorum. They don't even have enough, because the black aldermen don't even come to work. Especially that, like now they ain't gonna be, you know how them motherfuckers ain't gonna be embarrassing me on that motherfucking mic. I'm not going in there standing with that, I can't say shit back because I'm an elected official. No, I'll just zoom in. I'll say, but they'll still pass shit that you need a quorum for.
Yeah. They do. And so many of us don't even know who our aldermen are. Like, they don't know nothing about none of that. They don't know no quorum. They don't know about no committees. They don't know you know what I'm saying?
No,
so it's so much ignorance. Yeah, we let this happen.
But arguing with us.
But we let this happen. But arguing with us, right, about trying to school you on they are fucking us up. Y'all trying to figure out why y'all keep getting the boot every time you coming outside. Well, they just put some more fines up because they just laundered another $300 million in taxpayers in the name of affordable housing. But y'all niggas ain't there because y'all hate Trump.
Right, and can't get no jobs because, like you said, like y'all got the TIF money, y'all could be doing contracts, and you want to say the illegals taking jobs that black people don't want. I know plenty of black men who are working construction, and
that's what I'm saying. in these warehouse jobs where like the Ford plants and all these type of plants, they not getting paid. Don't let them fool y'all. They not getting paid no $9. These illegals, they're getting paid like $25 to $30 an hour.
$55.
Yeah, don't let them fool you about the jobs.
In American money. Yep. They're not getting it in Spanish money, pesos. They're not getting it in their money. And I guarantee you, if that shit come up short, I know they know how to speak English.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So they not taking the jobs that Americans don't want. They're taking the jobs that the Americans want, and they're taking the Americans' jobs.
Right.
And that's why I keep saying, y'all, in Chicago, y'all gonna mess around. We gonna mess around and be another Gary, Indiana.
Because our unemployment is way higher on the national average. It's black unemployment is way higher than the national average, I believe. So we fucked up.
And guess what? And guess what we losing these jobs to? Bilingual.
The DEI.
It's even worse because of that. Right. It's even worse.
It's even worse. So I'm telling you, y'all, we have to get this right, this election, this local election, because you see, these people going, like Zoe said, they're gonna pump off because it's a threat now. See, it's a serious change that it's gonna flip red.
Right.
It's serious now, y'all. So they're going. Brandon Johnson already going on black tours, our media black tours right now because, and it ain't even midterms because he already campaigned that. Because this is how serious it is. If we don't get, so they're gonna pump a lot of money into the. They're gonna pump a lot of money because they scared now because we waking up and we helping y'all wake up. But we got to see this through. We got to see this through so bad to say, I don't care. Y'all can, like McComla, y'all can give that bra $1 billion, $2 billion. I bet you she won't get it. It's going to be a landslide. I bet you they won't get it. Bet you, I don't care how much of money y'all put on anyone. No, it's going red.
Oh shit.
Oh no, it's just so yeah.
But yeah, well, we did our 2 minutes and 22, 2 hours and 22 minutes.
I was gonna say 2 minutes. I was gonna say real quick, the black unemployment, 16% according to the Urban League in 2023, in Chicago, significantly higher than the 6.0% average nationally for Black Americans. So Chicago and Illinois is super messed up.
Well, that right there, people, it's time to get on the front line.
And that was 2023, so you can't blame Trump for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's been messed up over here.
Brandon's
and
been
they
going to all the senior centers this week.
Yeah, because he know that's the only chance he
has
got.
been going to all the senior centers that I'm telling y'all, this is what the Democrats do. They sell you out, and then they go give you turkeys and Matt the Stallion and order our seniors Jesse Jackson. I'm telling you, what
if y'all, I just know if y'all put, I don't care, like the seniors, it is what it is. If we got enough, is enough of us than the seniors. I'm not really tripping off of them and the kids. But if y'all put this man back in office, y'all just stupid. Like it's just
but
no, y'all stupid. No, y'all it's not nothing else to say. Like y'all stupid. Y'all are y'all hate yourselves. Y'all weird.
We deserve everything. Everything.
Yeah. So
everything that happens.
Yeah,
we deserve because we had a chance, like y'all. Okay, let me say this. Even with Lori, okay, it wasn't nobody really out there fighting like that to really educate people and all that. So you can have a little grace and say, okay, even with Lori, we managed to put somebody even worse than Lori. Okay, that was terrible, but you didn't have nobody really fighting and going down there challenging. The news wasn't picking it up or whatever, if they were, whatever. This time, we out here fighting so hard. We getting threats. We out here fighting, educating channels, bringing people. At this point, it's no excuses at this point. Now, at this point, it's like, okay, it ain't no saving nobody. It ain't none for real. And you got to leave people to themselves. And whatever happens, God, it's like God saying, I'm giving y'all this. I heard y'all, and I'm giving y'all this. If y'all choose life and death, I put before you. Life and death, I put before you. Choose life. But if you don't, because you got a choice, then I'm going to leave you to yourself. And whatever the devil do, whatever happens, it is what it is. That's where it at. That's where we at.
But I don't know why it's going like this. Unstable thing, but I know my ancestors care about me, and I know that our ancestors care about us. So, with that being said, I know for sure this nigga not getting back in office. Is that God take care of babies and fools, and these are a complete fucking fools. So God is going to have to come in and step in like He had to do for the national election. So yes, I know my God. I know my God. I'm not even worried about it.
And imagine all this time we just been skating along. Imagine if we actually put some real effort and intellect behind what we doing.
Oh, you want to tell them about before we leave about the rally and stuff like that? About the
I don't know. I don't like this connection.
Yeah, it's getting messed up.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, but July 3rd, July 4th, July 5th, and Freedmen Homecoming, Save Our Republic in DC. Y'all can go on the X page and register. There's a link, and I'll post it again just for the RSVP and stuff like that. We're going to talk more about it another day. I'm probably going to put it on Sunday. I'm probably going to really talk about it because I need y'all to understand, like, we got to show up for the 14th Amendment. And honestly, that's all Trump need to see. Trump need to see that, okay, they are up. Understand? Like they are up. He like all you need is the bodies.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't be this. We got the argument, and the argument really they're arguing it for us. All we have to do is just show up. They're arguing it for
right
us.
Now,
the president of the United States is arguing. Not nobody like the president of the United States of America is arguing. Racist Trump, yeah, he's arguing this for us right now. So all we need to do is just stand behind him. Yeah, you right.
You're right.
You're right. Yeah, he right. Yeah, he right.
The 14th Amendment is for the descendants of slaves. Enslaved. Yeah. And you better not give it to illegal aliens.
Yeah, we still can't find Kwame Raoul. Kwame Raoul is a Haitian, and he's probably bringing in loads of drugs and everything. He's working out with they. Let me tell you something. We're hijacked. Chicago about to be all the way hijacked if y'all don't step up and take y'all city back.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So,
yep, and then out here excited about him being racist against the black. Now I was gonna say, and then us being racist against being behind him, thinking he's standing up and being some civil rights leader by saying he only hiring blacks. Like you could do that, but you can't say that, fool. You just gonna make it worse for the rest of us.
But the thing is, because he's trying to win black people over.
That's all it is.
Right. But all of those people that you have in office are all incompetent
and puppets,
and they all trash. Sierra Boatwright, you fine, but you stupid. Annette Guzman, I'm not stupid, but you have an attitude. You know this TIF money shit is wrong. You know what they're fucking doing, but you going with his agenda, and you say. Yeah, and you saying that you from the hood and you from just like Kerry Steele. I'm from the hood. Okay. Well, if y'all was from the hood and y'all from this, why the fuck is y'all letting this nigga destroy the city? Why are you helping them destroy the city too? This your city.
Because he put them in place, those black faces, just to do his bidding.
Annette Guzman, you do not know how to fucking budget. Yes, y'all about to spend $4 million on bringing somebody in to help y'all figure out how y'all can get this budget deficit down. Forensic audit. Let's go. Yeah, let's. Why don't you guys
don't get these illegals?
Yeah,
that'll cost millions and millions of dollars.
Stop. Why do we have a deputy mayor for every fucking thing?
Right. Deputy mayor.
Yeah, why are we paying $750,000 a day on fucking shelters? Like what the fuck?
We don't need a rocket science to figure these things out.
Yeah, why a grocery tax? Are you stupid? Yeah, like we just talk to the people.
Yeah.
Talk to the people. Go talk to real life people that's really paying these real life these bills and all. Like everybody's mad, and you guys are going to go get higher. You're going to take more of our money to go figure out why we're in debt. Bitch, I can give you a list for the free. For the free, I can give you a fucking list.
And save the taxpayer all our money.
I can get you all the experts. I can bring in all the experts.
Right. Just give me my money back since you fumbling this. You fumbling it so bad. Just give it back.
Like somebody said, I know Carrie ain't from the hood, but I can tell. My thing is, I don't even got no issue with Carrie. Carrie just with a weak ass motherfucker who got her doing stupid shit. But at the fucking end of the day, you are out here pushing. You letting a piece of shit Harvey Mayer fucking push seniors out of a house, out of two homes that he built for y'all financial gain. That's insane to me. And y'all motherfuckers think somebody's going to continue to allow it or stand with you. No, y'all are going to prison. The fuck?
Yep.
All right.
But thank you, Nicole. Chicago feels red, baby.
That's right.
Sharing and coming out and not being scared and just being
yes, and stop stealing properties. Stop stealing properties. Help people when they're asking for help. Honestly, leave me alone. Leave me alone, leave Danielle alone, leave our organization alone. Do right. Do right. Go do right. Go be a better person. Go change your life around. Go apologize for the fuck shit you do. Matter of fact, everybody go get a sign. Go get a letter and ask Brandon Johnson to resign. Yeah, ask him to resign. That's the best thing that y'all can do for us. That you show me that y'all really give a fuck about Chicago. The next thing should be a resignation letter from the black, everybody that's black. Okay, everybody that's black, aldermen, the Do Nothing Black Caucus, Cook County Board, the Governor Stratton, Kwame Raoul, find the spot, stop whatever you're doing, and ask him to resign. I want a letter from black politicians, black pastors, black elites in Chicago. Give him a letter and say, hello. The city is upset and we cannot afford to lose our jobs over your dumb ass. So this is it right here. We want you to resign. We'll find you something to do, but we want you to resign. You cannot do that. Don't come this way asking us for anything, because game on and we are going to win.
Yeah, he got to resign. No. Zach, resign. Got to go.
That cease and desist. Send a cease and desist on us, like they was doing Ray Lopez. Cease and desist this bullshit immediately.
Yeah, cease and desist this bullshit. Right. No.
Stop spending our money. Stop the bankrupt. We already going down the hill. We want to just at least come up like this.
Yeah, like I need Stephanie Coleman to get the Divine Nine, AKAs, to write a resignation letter for his ass. I need the Kappas to write a resignation for his ass. I need the Sigma Gamma Rose. I need the Alpha Phi.
Get in formation.
Black churches, then I need Rainbow Push. I have no confidence in your black ass anymore. So what you can do is motherfucking resign. That's that piece. All right.
I love y'all.
Speaking for Black Chicago. Yeah, speaking for Black Chicago, I feel that way.
I love y'all, man.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Boy, we need hair care, fit man to write their letters. Yeah, everybody. We need y'all to write a letter to everybody. Write a letter, okay? Yes, we want this nigga out by Juneteenth.
a letter from Black. That Juneteenth.
We want this thing out by Juneteenth.
Since you want to go cater to black people and pair to black people, let me see what the black people want. A letter of that Juneteenth.
We
want you to resign.
Get somebody from DuSable Museum to write something too. We want you out. All right. That's that piece, y'all. All right. Peace. Bye.